Hello.
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 Hello. Hello. Hello. Hello. Hello. And welcome back to our stream. Hello. 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 Hello.
Secret test, boop.
This is what we mean. Ah. Sam, I'm frustrated.
You're frustrated.
I am frustrated because I made a mistake. And it was a silly mistake. I used too much of a substance, and now it has come to bite me in the ass.
Okay.
Is it? Because that wasn't my favorite. It's not the one that was signed.
Yes.
And this was the one I had already screwed up.
Yes.
So, welcome back, everyone, to Craft Check here on D20 Live. That's an obscene sound that my gloves are making. You'll hear that in your fucking nightmares tonight. I'm, of course, Mike.
I'm Sam.
And today we are crafting. I had a funny thing set up, but I ruined it because I don't know how rubbing alcohol works. Shall I explain? Or should I wait a couple minutes?
Wait till more people come in, because then you can see. Is it working on YouTube?
Yes, could someone check if it is working on the YouTubes, please?
Hello, everybody.
Hello.
If you want to continue talking, though.
Should I continue talking?
Yes.
All right, so you may know that I own one
Oh, yeah. Yep, it's working.
Masterpiece Optimus Prime, the MP-01, a big hunker boy.
He's a big chunky boy.
What you don't know is I now own two. So one of my in-laws, who is also a Transformers fan, bought the Hasbro version of the MP-01, the old one that you could get in like Toys R Us and everything, and he wanted to part ways with it. And my goal, and he gave it to me, and I saw that it was dirty and that the battery acid had probably leaked in it for the battery compartment, because as you know, the MP-01 has a battery compartment with a light-up matrix in it. Damn it, Mike, what did you do this time? Hey, shush. I'll get to that, and trust me, you can't chastise me enough for how bad I feel about this. So, I sat to opening him up, and I found that his matrix core, this one right here, if we can get that.
I thought that's not the matrix core.
This is the matrix core.
That was that one for that one.
It's for this one.
You sure?
Yeah, because that one's got Japanese on the back.
Oh, I see.
Right? This is the Hasbro matrix core.
Hang on, do you want me to switch it so that way you
could
can show it? Hang on. Hoppa!
And what I did was I got all the battery acid out with rubbing alcohol. In fact, it's nearly completely clean now. I was going to do some touch-up here on stream. However, I thought, I haven't opened my Takara one in a very long time. Has there ever been an event where every Optimus has been gathered in one place at one time? Several, actually.
Yeah.
Several. All fan comics, mostly. And also, technically, there was one time where G1 and Primal worked together, but I don't count that because it was not voiced by the Optimus Primal that I know, Gary Chalk, who's still with us and could have been actually awesome. Now here, I thought maybe the Takara one had battery acid leaking in it too, because I've never replaced the batteries in that one. Sure enough, it did. And I thought, well, why don't I soak it in rubbing alcohol? And I did that. This is the color it's supposed to have. This is the color it has now because I do not know how to use fucking rubbing alcohol like a schmuck. It has this lovely pattern on it from the fucking rubbing alcohol. And the paper towel that I left it in to soak and absorb it. So I'm stupid.
Oh, Mike, no.
Yeah. Gary Chalk also did the voice dub of Gunman Satami. Exactly. Love Gary Chalk. There's also another one in Japan when the two crossed, when the Lyo convoy, or big convoy, crossed over with Primal when he was still in his first form.
So, Mike is now trying to fix
and I've got a couple options.
I'm pretty sure that the one that you put in there was actually...
What, the Takara, the Hasbro?
I'm pretty sure this one belonged to this one, and this one belonged to this one.
The problem is I remember.
Yeah.
Because I remember that the Japanese one had
Green?
exposed to the board, and the Hasbro one had this.
Oh, I see.
Also, I remember that the Hasbro one still had battery acid green marks. This one didn't.
I see.
Yeah, no, I know. I know you're trying to make it better.
I'm trying to help you, babe.
I know. So, today I will have to try and fix the damage that I've done. And for that, I unfortunately asked Sam to go get the rubbing alcohol.
Again?
Yes.
All right.
Because I have to use the Q-tip to get the last of the... Not on this one, because this one's completely clean. Say what you will about the condition it's in. No, Mike, you had it right the first time. It was live on Primal. Chalk just makes a good general, period. Chalk's just good, a good actor, period. Voice or otherwise. Because what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a little rubbing alcohol in this plate.
Okay, it's going to stink up, just saying.
Okay, well, okay. I need a little bit of rubbing alcohol to soak somehow. Because I need to get the last of the battery acid that's in here.
That's fine, right? But it was just saying it's gonna stink.
I know.
Right.
Yeah, Mike, it's just been an unintentional custom battle damage. On his Matrix core? I just think about my animated Shockwave and how he's the best treacherous blur murdering evil buddy. I gotta watch.
So Mike's gonna do that for a little bit until he feels comfortable, and then he'll go back to the War Greymon. I, on the other hand, have an F91 that I'm going to build. So how's you and Mike been?
All things considered, we're doing good.
Yeah. For the most part, yeah. I've got an F91 to build, so I'm going to be building the F91. I'm moving the keyboard over here, so that way it's out of the way. But yeah, this is, I think, my first official high grade.
Yes, actually it is.
Because all the other ones haven't been really a high grade. Like, well, they're high grade-esque, but...
You've been making real grades. You've been making 144 scales.
Yeah. So, I do like real grades, though. They're just... They have been treating me so nice. Yay, Gundam! Ugh. But yeah, I do like real grades. They are very nice. One day I'll be able to read this.
But it's not this day.
Shopu. Shin. Shopu.
F91, the film, would have been much better as a series. Thank you for that take from 1997. Everyone knows that. There's so much that does not make sense because of it.
Arimasu.
All right, let's see if I can just...
Go in. Shasu.
Okay, I don't think there's much more I can do.
Soku no ki tan. I don't know what it means. I've been reading. I can read it, but I don't know what it means.
Ask me what it means. Ask me what it means. I
think is a great fucking
action. Chuck, Terzo, and Terry Rothery. SG1, by the way.
I can read it,
SG1 for
but I don't know what it means, which is sad. Anyway.
All right, so I think I'm going to call it quits on the Matrix course.
Oh, you're just going to jump right into...
Well, I have to clean the last of the one... Huh?
I think you should have gotten the MG F91. Oh, the Master Grade. Sadly, my Toku has taken a hit due to Sentai burnout, moving, and splash of depression. I'm sorry, Geki. So, I'm not ready for a Master Grade yet, Common Kings. Ow! I hit my hand against the table.
Darling.
Don't quit on the Matrix, Mikey. It's got you in.
Well, because, okay, here's the thing. I can meddle with it until Doomsday, right? But the truth is, what I want to do... I'll show you... I'll take pictures of it. Well, Sam will take pictures of it because my gloves are still on. I don't want to handle stuff, right? Actually, I can take the gloves off now.
Yeah, I'm not ready for a Master Grade yet, only because of the fact that I've heard horror stories about Master Grades. Also, Mike, every Master Grade that you've had issues with, I think.
To be fair, I've only built 2. One was the Zeta. Mm-hmm. Sorry, one was the Zaku 2 for Char.
Yeah.
And the other was the Zeta. And the Zeta, I keep trying to build...
I thought you had a real grade Zeta.
I did. I've tried to build the Zeta twice. It's never worked out.
Oh.
That's just the life of a Zeta fan. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take pictures of this and put it up on the Discord for the damage if people have input.
How to fix Dr. Mike, the Autobot surgeon. No, remember the way that he heals people with grenades.
Yeah. Which game was that?
That was Titanfall.
Oh yeah, that was Titanfall. That was Optimal Duo though. This is D20 Live.
It's cross promotion, honey.
Cross promotion. Okay. Now I'm gonna get back to what my original plan was, which was to clean this boy up, which I can do with just good old fashioned water.
Clean up the boy. I've never really gotten used to the new floors. They're too even. I'm used to encounter. The wood I'm cutting is on craft check. I'm morbidly curious how Nauticus earned his lordship. Titanfall 2, to be exact. Thank you, Comic Kings.
Technically speaking, well, if you must know, it's a rather fun tale.
Well, grenade healing explains the battle damage on the Matrix core.
I've never thought... I do not know how to tell that story.
Of how he got his lordship?
Yeah, I don't know how to tell that story, because there's... Okay, I know what I want to have happen in that story, right? Of how Nauticus got his lordship. But, like, it feels like it's got to be that impossible tale, like, from John Wick, you know? Where it's like, he did... It's like the people whose dicks he sucked that day to get that lordship in an England full of white people and Protestantism.
I always thought it was because of the fact that he went to the Road to El Dorado thing.
That was part of it. That was part of it. He did go to El Dorado.
Yeah.
With Baron Munchausen, and the two of them together did make a lot of fucking money. Right?
Yeah.
They did actually find El Dorado, and they saved the people from Hernan Cortez and all of that. But he wasn't a lord then. So afterwards, he got his lordship. But the thing is, a part of me just wants to say, the dicks he sucked that day to get into the House of Lords.
Did Nauticus take Victoria on a magic train ride?
The thing is, he might have hooked her up with Philip, because she was actually happy.
I'm quite hyped, even though I know it won't come out for a while, due to Japan going into another lockdown, but go Kiger 10 years after it happens. I mean, technically, the Penetratus is this domain.
His dread domain? Is that what we're calling it? It's not a dread domain. He's not cursed to stay there.
Wandering Sage is Scott, right?
No. Wandering Sage is just a fan.
Oh. Oh, God. I thought it was Scott for some reason. No, he's got that other one.
Yeah.
Winter something.
Mute.
Winter Mute, yeah. That's Scott. El Dorado and Dick Sucking. Both is good.
Yeah.
Do you meet Albert? What?
Do you meet Albert? I don't know. But yeah, in my headcanon...
It's Bet! That's... Sorry, Bet.
Oh, it's Bet! I didn't know you were Wandering Sage. Yeah, I'll need to fucking unify your names. But yeah, in my head, Nauticus getting his lordship is like the impossible task from John Wick. It's just like the shit he did that day to get into the House of Lords. A pack of psycho inbred English nobility.
Dicks, he sucked.
Thus, Nauticus became a lord by his own hand, but that is a tale for another time. Like something out of Conan.
So, I know how good Nauticus is with his sword, but how good of a sword is he in general?
Well, here's the thing. Nauticus was actually trained in the Viking blades, right? Because he's technically Norse, or Nordic. But he never took too well to it. He was more of a spear user. However, when the rapier got developed, he took to it like a hot knife to butter. And he loves the rapier a lot. And it's very much his signature style weapon. But he's also really good with the whip for obvious reasons.
Mm-hmm.
Right? But yeah, it's the rapier and the whip for Nauticus. If you see him wielding both, you're going to lose. Because you're going to get your ass kicked, but you're also going to like it. Nauticus is a lancer, fencer? Not a lancer, a fencer, yeah. Of course he's a fencer.
After my own heart.
France is mostly his fault. He doesn't realize it, but it's mostly his fault. It used to be Gaul, and then Nauticus hit it. Well, France is French in style, and not the bad.
France is France.
Lancer, spear user. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah. He was better with a spear for a period. He just doesn't use it as much anymore. Good with whip. Well, given his line of work, he'd have to be. Yeah. Basically, like he's good with the lance. He's good with the spear. He's better with a rapier and whip. He's shite with guns, and he doesn't even know why. We gave him an impossible task. We sent him to tune at the most lewd and raucous of public schools. A generation of gentlemen were changed forever. What does he think of vampire killer as a weapon? It's very Belmonty. See, here's the problem with the Belmonts. They're low-key all S&M freaks. They just don't want to admit it. So they...
Nauticus hit it, giggity. Nauticus house.
Still cleaning this poor boy out. What basement were you stuck in, man?
You know what basement he was stuck
I do
in.
know what basement he was stuck in. I'm just using water and it's getting most of the stuff, but I keep having to swap Q-tips. They're all low-key a little BDSM. But they don't want to admit it, so they just hyper-aggro it. But we've seen the whips. Daddy knows.
Daddy knows.
Daddy knows. I met the Belmonts. Simon's great. Nuts, but great. Oh my god, Nauticus would have met all the Belmonts, wouldn't he?
Oh, Mike, did you and Sam end up watching the Gundam compilation movie on Netflix?
Not yet. You gotta remember, those are really fucking depressing movies.
We're currently getting through a bunch of other things. Mike has been showing me Build Fighters Try. No,
Build Fighters, not Try yet.
Not Try yet. Try is next. Mm-hmm. But he has
the
been
one everyone
me,
hates, but I love.
He has been showing me Build Fighters. It is fun and very cute. I ship it.
You ship in it. There's a lot in there to ship.
There's a lot of ship in it. Castlevania Anime confirms this is for Trevor and his polycule.
Is that what we're calling whatever the hell's going on between him, Alucard, and Sypha? I almost want to sand it, but I know I should leave it alone.
Yes, it's a polycule.
What's a polycule? Oh, him and Alucard. Sorry, I'm hyper focused on a task.
That reminds me, I need to watch Build Divers and Redive. Build Fighters, enough ships to build several fleets.
Yeah.
I am Lord of Ships. That is my official title.
You're also the Flame Queen.
I am also the Flame Queen. Because, I need multiple titles. I hold multiple fiefdoms.
It's hilarious because I'm on TikTok now and all these TikTokers are arguing all these D&D TikTokers are arguing what titles they have because one jackass decided to call himself the bad boy of TikTok. the D&D bad boy of TikTok. Which, yeah, everyone's just having these long fucking responses and they're all good guys, right? But I would have just laughed in his face and said, that's the saddest fucking thing I've ever heard in my life. Why in God's name would you want to be
the bad boy
of D&D TikTok? Like, I'm the bad boy of I'm the bad boy of D&D TikTok. Because I'm a shit. Right? I'm the listen here, you little shit bad boy.
No, you're dad.
I am not a dad. There's too many dads. I need another title.
You need another title?
I need a better title. I like being the trash right. Well, no, there's too many LGBTQ plus 20-year-olds.
I'm just the professor. See, I am Lord of Ships. That is what I am. Speaking of D&D, TSR is back via Luke Gygax.
I saw. They're following me right now. On Twitter.
Mike's D and Dad.
Stop that.
That was Byron.
Damn you, Byron. Damn you, I say. You're not bold enough to say that to my face here in the chat. In person. I say that to bait him into. Okay, so I'm just using water.
Is it safe? Yes, it is safe. Thank you. Hi, Tonberry. Yes, it's safe now.
Okay. I'm going through so many... No, those are the rubbing hot Q-tips.
Ugh.
Okay.
Present Tonberry with moon knife. Alright. Hiya.
I'm just using water, and it's so much paint is flecking off of the Autobot logo. Just water, by the way. Has Nauticus ever accidentally ended up in the collective unconsciousness in the Velvet Room? Their spatial... I don't know about the collective unconsciousness. Or are we talking about the collective unconsciousness that's in Persona?
Yes.
Okay, if we're talking about that, yeah, he got in there by accident once. He got in there by accident because they thought he was an enemy in one of the Persona games. It turned out he wasn't.
How do you think Nauticus ended up sleeping with
a lady from there? He
lady
got
from
in by
there.
accident entirely. Igor's like, "How the hell did you get here?" He's like, "I don't know. What's your name, man?" I like your nose.
Right, because that's how we officially got it. So that way, Nauticus has a daughter.
But yeah, Igor. If you ask Igor about Nauticus, he goes, "Oh, him."
Been lucky enough to be playing an OG D&D campaign with Mike Menard. Oh, cool.
That's really cool.
The only player who played in both Gygax and Artisan's playtest groups.
That's so cool.
Oh god, Nauticus is in the Collective Unconscious. Yes, why do you think everyone is horny on Maine?
You're welcome. One day I'll go save the 40k universe. It is not this day. Oh, that'd be a hell of a final run for him, wouldn't it? Just go save the libido of the 40k universe and have them have a healthy sexual attitude. He would do it.
32.
It's hilarious because I was talking about some friends about Nauticus, right, who are in their like early 20s, and I say, yeah, because everyone loves Nauticus. They're like, okay, here's the question: is everyone in the Nauticus setting as equally crazy as he is? Yes. Okay, cool. Are you making fun of Nauticus? No. No one makes fun of Nauticus because everyone loves him. He is an ally to all. I just thought it was another rogue persona. We thought it was just another rogue persona. He had all the historic hallmarks of being a legendary. We just thought he was a rogue persona. We didn't know who he was. He just got in here. Hello.
What if
he decorated the velvet room?
No. Oh, to be fair, I totally buy that though.
That he decorated the velvet room?
Everything is blue. We need to do this.
I'm in my blue face! This room. I'm good. Do you think blue? I know blue! Ready for more of the crew to be crafting in the basement with you outside to hang up with shots? What?
Are we ready for people to come in? The biggest question is whether or not I'm going to get vaccinated.
Oh, right, yeah. Yeah, that's the big thing right now. Because the landlady's vaccinated now.
Landlady's vaccinated, which is better. Mike is half vaccinated but he's getting his second shot soon.
Trying to.
I haven't gotten my first one yet because allergies are a bitch, and I need to get I need to have a talk with an allergist, which I do have an appointment set up. It's just
taking a while. That reminds me, both Revis and presumably his secondary got revealed in a movie poster for the Sentai Rider series. Will be rather Rider versus Rider full on. Rider War. Well, it's been a while since we've had that, so it doesn't hurt to have it. Oh, Revice. Sorry.
Mm-hmm.
I'm still waiting for the Toku. I'm still waiting for the physical releases of 01. God, give me physical Kuga.
One point in my Persona campaign idea is a dude and a velvet room attendant falling in love and having a kid.
Interesting. Is that a possible
I've had
thing?
both mine. Fair warning, Mike. That second one will drain.
Okay. Yeah, my mom wouldn't shut up about how nice her second one was.
Yeah, she keeps going like, I didn't have any reactions to everything, and I'm worried about mine, right? Because I said, look, I already have bad reactions. She's like, oh, but it's only going to be a bad thing. It's only going to be a thing on your arm, and I'm like, yes, but.
What is Nauticus's opinion on the Doctor? You don't ask a mountain to love you. You don't ask the sunset to love you. You just hope it shines on you.
Alright.
Someday, my sweet.
Does this...
Technically, we've had Rider versus Rider since Kind. Yeah, I know. We always have. Oh, for fuck's sakes. Tom Berry, did you get it?
What?
Tom Berry, did you get it? I don't know if it's possible Persona canon, but it's in my game. That shouldn't. I'm just asking. I was asking Sam more so.
I mean...
I refuse. What do you refuse, Tom Berry? What do you refuse?
She don't ask a mountain to love you?
It's a reference. And I may have done it to piss off the Doctor Who fans here. You don't ask the stars to love you. I'm a shit. Bad Mike. Never. I will never stop.
How does...
Admit it, you buy it better from Nauticus, though, don't you?
Ugh.
I'll have to consult the stars.
Oh, there's a fucking little tiny lip that I have to push in here. But how does it... Oh. That was far easier than I made it out to be.
Couldn't Persona 3 Femme Protag romance Theo?
Yes, they could. Damn it, Mike.
Theory, the domains of dread are a prison for the dread powers, aren't they? I thought that was the deal. The domains of dread are specifically... The dark powers made the domains of dread to be a prison for anyone who is so bad that they caused it. They're just very Faustian. Whether or not you feel drained from the second shot depends on the person and the vaccine. My second shot of Pfizer just gave me a sore arm for 48 hours. Do I have to explain this to the chat? You can, if you want to.
But yes.
I'm not going to. I'm a shit.
The vaccine... The problem is that the vaccine itself, I don't know if I'm allergic to. Right? Or, if I am allergic to a vaccine, which vaccine am I allergic to? This is the problem, right? No, a prison for the dark powers.
I mean, we don't know what the dark powers are. That's the problem. That's half the fun of Ravenloft, right? The one thing no one's ever done is stat the dark powers in any meaningful way. This is how they react.
I understood that reference. Revice is starting in August instead of October. Guess Toei is doing something funky with scheduling. No one is exactly sure what is going on with dark powers.
Yeah, right. It's better to think, like, because, like, not even Asmodeus, like, for all the people, like, Vecna doesn't like screwing, like, Vecna is the only one who successfully conned them, right? But Vecna,
they
fuck...
named on the powers of 5e. One of the powers.
Why? Why?
You're right there, baby.
Fucking hell. Why? Why? God, that pisses me off. What the fuck? You don't name them, okay?
Much like the Lady of Pain, which is one of my buddies is convinced doesn't exist and it's just an inverse meme. Why? Why are we buying?
Because, okay, I'm just going to let it fade Micah's reaction. I'm just you're here eating cake grumpily.
It's okay, Donberry, we love you.
Love you, Donberry. Because, okay, so I'm whining because they're starting to categorize the dark powers, right? Here's the problem. Half of the big problem, and there's an argument to this. Whether or not you think I'm spouting shit is entirely up to you, but this is how it has worked. That doesn't mean it can't change, okay? But here's the problem, okay? The reason why they never categorized the dark powers in Ravenloft, I think he looks really clean right now, by the way.
You have a question about adding more big good boy Scander into D20 Live, by the way.
Have you been tempted to make a big good boy Scander more? I don't know. I really don't know. Honestly. I don't know how. We gotta add Fate in properly. And I don't know how many of you are Fate fans. That's the problem. Alright. Come on, get in there. Oh, Jesus Christ, be gentle, Michael. Oh, is it... wait, are they trying to quantify the dark powers in Ravenloft? Yeah. That sounds like a bad idea. Yeah, it is. It does. Because to anyone who has any experience... Okay, here's the thing. There's a very big thing in your 20s in tabletop to quantify every fucking thing you deal with, right? Because you want to. That's a mindset thing. And you can't shit on that period in your creative life.
Meg, just an FYI, I tend to have a problem with people who have a problem with things, if it makes sense.
Sorry. Well, sorry. Well, okay. Then I will articulate my points as best I can without being too shitty about it. Has Nauticus been to Bionicle Universe? If so, what are his thoughts? Has not been to Bionicle. Because I don't know Bionicle, and I'm not going down that rabbit hole.
Oh, well. I know somebody who's really into Bionicle.
I know, I could ask, but I could tell if I asked our friend, should Nauticus go to Bionicle, just say, keep that fucker out of there. Why? And I would go, why? What's wrong with me?
To be fair, Nick's still pretty cool.
Yeah, he's cool. He would not want Nauticus and Bionicle. Okay, I'm gonna go pop the Matrix back in. One of them.
Well, I know Bionicle.
So a friend of mine Joke Theory was right. All of Daizenzan's anime is based entirely on the episode of OG Gridman where the villain managed to hack into a mummy. Oh, interesting. Anyway, going back to my initial point that I was making about stuff. There is the original spirit of Ravenloft. Now the problem is, okay, we got to talk about a couple things with Ravenloft. Ravenloft, if you consider core ideology of Ravenloft, there's two elements to it. There's the original i6 module, and then there is the second edition. Have either of you read the works of Simon Green or Mercedes Lackey? Yes, Mercedes Lackey. She's very good. That's one down.
Have I read either of them?
Yeah, Elvenbane.
Oh, yeah, Elvenbane's fun.
Her and Andrea Norton wrote the Elvenbane. So, in original Ravenloft, it was just Strahd was... Original Ravenloft, which was very well researched. Strahd was this bastard that got caught in a pocket world made by his own evil actions, right? It's never really quantified what happened to him, like on a cosmic level in the original module. It's hinted a bit in the second one. The problem is we don't know to this day what the hell Tracy and Laura Hickman had intended to actually happen. Mike, you and I want to know everything, and I mean everything with one cosmological religious. Mind you, I want to know everything. Okay. So, right. We have no idea. The only thing we have is maybe hints from Griffin Hill, and Griffin Hill is not the Griffin Hill that exists in publication. And also Strahd's apparently the first vampire in the D&D multiverse. No, he is... Okay, one thing at a time. Strahd is not canonically the first vampire in the D&D multiverse. Originally, he was just a vampire. He learned what he was. Now, Ravenloft's second edition said, okay. Yeah, they say he made a deal with death, with most assuming it's the dark powers. Yeah. So, and anyone can correct me on what I get wrong in this. Okay. Now, in second edition, they said, that's really cool. Let's do a whole bunch of things based off popular movies and shit, because, let's be honest, Dungeons & Dragons likes to borrow shit from different places. Right? Oh, God. Okay, it does look good inside him, which is nice. Like, you can barely tell that he's futzed up. But I will see if I can find a new core. So let's transform him back into truck mode and put him away. They named them the Dark Powers. Now, there's something that they were very... Now, this is the thing. The reason why the Dark Powers never got categorized... The reason why the Dark Powers never got categorized was because of a very real facet of the game at the time, which was that if you stat it, the players will kill it. Right? That was a functional reality of the game at the time.
It's still very functional reality now.
Yeah. The novels have no bearing on the Ravenloft module. I haven't read the novel, so I don't know. But supposedly they mix in, I would say. But the novels would have been written during the Second E period. Apparently it's an interpretation, so I can't say accurately. So... Also, the problem is in second edition D&D, canonically, you're supposed to lose at the end of the I6 module. You're not supposed to beat Strahd in the actual Ravenloft timeline. Which makes no sense, because then why the hell was he working with the Zalen and da-da-da-da-da? Why can't we just ask the creators what they were originally trying to do with the Ravenloft lore? I don't know, why the hell can't we ask Miss Gygax to look at the notes? Because everyone... House of Straw is supposed to be a no-win scenario, yeah. Or at least canonically, according to Wizards. Anyway, hang on, I'll talk about that in a second. Now, it is known for a fact that Tracy and Laura Hickman do not like what TSR did with the Ravenloft setting in their absence. Because the I6 module is one of the two most popular modules they ever released. I would argue the most popular, because the only one that beats it in renown is the Tomb, right? But you can play Ravenloft. Like, you can play Ravenloft now. Right? You can't play Tomb now. Because Tomb, I would argue, and you're welcome to debate this with me, was built for the original game. Ravenloft you can adapt, which makes it very timeless to me. Clip. Yes, probably yes. Do you not put Vader in the game unless you're agreed to deal with a version of events where he's dead? Yeah, but well, we're not here to debate that point right now. So we don't know what they intended, but one of the big things they were doing was making just a whole bunch of guys. And they had enough savviness to know that if they statted the Dark Powers in any way, shape, or form... Oh, come on. If they statted the Dark Powers in any way, shape, or form... There we go. Players would kill them nonstop. And half the part of Ravenloft is the longer that you stay in that setting, rather than just trying to get your ass out of there, you will eventually become corrupted by it. Because that was the trade-off. It gave a negative consequence to leveling in Dungeons & Dragons and in Tabletop, which had never happened before. Still a grand old sir. Tomb started losing teeth in the 3.0 conversion. Yeah. Mind you, anyone doesn't play that much. I'm probably not the best authority, but most, if not everything, should be statted. And I respect that, Ian Lund. I do respect that. The problem is, on an ideological level, yeah, I know. Ian, I've been in that place. The problem is I've seen that go sideways, right? I have enough latitude, because I'm a fucking Exalted Second Ed player, and believe me, everything was fucking statted in that system, right? But I've been in enough games where players have abused the fact of stats to say that sometimes you gotta keep shit away from people. And we'll put somewhere else later. Alright, I'm gonna put your rubbing alcohol away, okay, babe? I love you. Okay, gloves, throw that out. Move these over here to go upstairs later. Two of Horrors builds a meat grinder for conventions in the heyday of giant parties of player characters. It was never intended to be playable outside of that environment. Yeah. If the players want to bend the universe to their will, so be it. That's valid, right? But the problem is not all players are the same.
You're disappearing.
What?
You're talking while you're over there.
Sorry. Would you pass me the Q-tip plate, please? I'll just throw the last Q-tip on there, because I'm just going to go throw this all out. Thank you.
It depends on the audience, question mark. Hiya! Meanwhile, I'm over here, building my F91. I like the F91, and I like Kincaid.
What's that?
I'm building the F91.
Oh, okay. Alright, I will... Which way should I go? What's the best way?
Okay.
Thank you. Darling. Neither was Expedition Berry Peace, but OAR expansions plus good storytelling. Jim can fix that one.
Apparently Mike read like a really shitty thing that happened in RPG horror stories on Reddit.
Oh, I did. But that's not what influenced this. I was in a game where things that were statted but the player should not be able to fuck with, they fucked with.
I know.
And you only have to have that happen to you once and see the kind of... When a toxic player has access to the stats of something that should not be beaten, right? You hesitate to have some things be statted. And that's where that comes from for me. I've seen it the other way, and a lot of people will abuse that. All right, back to you, big guy. Let's get my clips. I can put this away because I cleaned it off nicely.
I've decided to keep a stock of masks for con season, flu season, and the winter. I feel like it's not great getting sick all last year. Yeah, I'm going to probably start doing that too, regardless. Right? Because to be fair, if I can't get the vaccine, I'm gonna have to wear masks anyway. Which is sucky.
I hope you do get to wear the vaccine.
Hopefully.
Because, yeah, the ideal is you want to stat things so that you can take and have high-level fun play. Right? But that doesn't always go down that way. I'll get that later. For me, partially, I want to know how the universe works. The more I know, the more I work with it. That's fair. That is a completely fair feeling. The thing is, though, when you have too much lore, I feel like I'm going down the Holden Shearer route with this. When you have too much lore for someone to consume, they can't remember all of it, right? I play multiple games. I have Horizon cosplays of mass characters. I like that. But that's my opinion currently. It is not something I believe is gospel, okay? There'll come a point I'll probably swing back the other way. Do you two have a favorite domain of Dread from the current set? Haven't had a chance to read it yet. Mine is the train and the caravan, even though the latter doesn't feel like a Dread domain. Where am I? I'm here with my Sam, who is a sweetie.
No.
Momo?
No.
You are. You're my sweetie.
No.
You don't want to be my sweetie?
No, you see.
What are you saying?
You're saying sweet things to me.
Mike said, if you want to know how we got from Hathaway's Flash F91, a friend of mine was on a podcast, went through most of that part of the timeline. I'm good. Alright. Should I paint his thumb? Or should I just do that later? I'll do it later. I want to build.
Do you bite your thumb at me, sir?
What?
Do you bite your thumb at me, sir?
Well, that wasn't where I was going with that, but okay. Alright. Oh, hey, here's his chest. The boobies.
I do indeed bite my thumb, but not at thee, sir.
It's probably because I'm more of a historical mini wargamer. Yeah, like, I'd love to have a power fantasy, high-level, we all fuck with gods kind of game. I've never gotten to play it, so I'm starting to believe it's a myth. I almost got there with Pathfinder a couple of times, but...
Don't flirt with the Lady of Pain is rule number 2.
You're really right. Just don't. She wins. She always wins. Because everyone wants that one game that gets up to like level 20 and is huge, and you're now just dealing with godly situations, and I've never had that experience. And a part of me is starting to believe that I'm never going to.
High level D&D stuff is not exactly the greatest thing either.
No?
No. As someone who had multiple characters who were a very high level in D&D.
It's not fun?
Eh.
Like you would think you
The
could
problem is that you need a really good GM in order to counterbalance it, and
to give you
my dad, who is very set in his ways.
Because I would love to see a game of gods be just as much about politics, the politics of godhood, as it is about the power plays of stuff. And you hear about these games, but I've never gotten to play one. Like, I'd love to find a game master out there that does that kind of a game. High-level D&D game sounds like what I do in 14. I have a notion for a very weird Planescape Torment-esque high-level game that's mostly interactions with strange beings and less about fighting and everything. Yeah, right? Like, I've heard stories about how to run a high-level tabletop game, period, where you play as gods and you juggle the fate of worlds. I got a new hobby knife, by the way. It's so nice. Thank you, Sam.
Welcome.
For teaching me how to get better knives.
How am I supposed to put this in the fucking hole?
Problem is... Let's put these up here. Their adventures involve planet-busting threats, which is kind of too big for a group of knuckleheads to deal with. Right. Like, I know there's a way. And it's something I've racked my brain about for years. I've only ever heard of one game in my life, and I cannot remember the name of it, where a group of people played a bunch of gods, and it was the politics and lifestyle of being a god against the world in a fantasy setting. And I cannot remember the name of it. This is back in like '07. I was trying to find the name of this thing. And this guy was telling me this story about how, like, if you're a douchebag in this setting, you get your ass fucked. It's when I'm trying to reconcile the timeline of Curse of Straw with the OG Ravenloft timeline. What timeline in 5e? What timeline in 5e? Really, because it involves Marzion turning Olympus Mons into a giant Mac gun. What timeline in 5e? There is no timeline. Unless you're in the realms. Unless you're in the fucking realms. In which case they boosted everything forward a few hundred years. And somehow everyone's still there.
Well, you know.
Because R.A. Salvatore and Ed Greenwood actually gave a shit enough to try and write it forward. I can't wait in 20 years until the Critical Role fandom gets to go through the same experience. If anyone can make it work, you could, Big Mike. Here's the problem. Wizards doesn't give a shit about their canon anymore. They don't. And it's clear from their books, they don't give a shit. Because there's you could make a very nasty implication about what's happening because of 5e and use it as a segue into 6e and come up with a new villain, or just use Vecna, and it would be something he would do, where Vecna is manipulating history in a bad way. Also true in Magic Gathering, I would die fucking salty about the Lord of Rings Magic cards. Damn good, but also damn god. Or started 1d4 a bunch of near gods were secretly trying to replace their patron gods. It was a damn good story, but lost in death of that site. Yeah, well that's... Yeah. It was funny, I watched 1d4 chain go down, everyone was like, good, good. I'm like, you guys don't know what was on there. There was stuff on there that wasn't shit. There was a lot of shit on there. But that's, 4chan shit in general, right? Ravnica has its highline, but the book ends right before the War of the Spark events.
Sorry, I'm having a hard time reading, babe, so you might have to...
Sure. I can do it. I got your back, baby. But you can't tell me they give a shit about their timeline anymore. They don't. And the problem is, too, everyone's praising them for doing it this way. It's the connection to 4chan. Anyone assumes the worst, but still helped me get into a bunch of cool RPG stuff. Yeah, it was easy. Because they used the memes. It seems to be up and running again. Oh, okay. Because they used memes and common jokes, and that's how it was. That's what's underrated about that approach is it's a good way to get into something subculture is to learn the jokes about it, right? Sam doesn't give a shit about 40k, but if the guys laugh at me and say Sanagunius is dead, you get it, right?
I get it.
That's just the nature of the beast. But no, the timeline hasn't mattered since the beginning of all that shit with Fourth, and they've proven they can make an IP that doesn't need it. Because despite everything, and I don't give a fuck what Wizard says, the world of Dungeons and Dragons doesn't matter anymore because so many people are making their own homebrew worlds.
It's far easier to make a homebrew.
And it's easier than ever. What would be the point? Do you really give a shit about Waterdeep and the Yawning Portal? Yeah, it's a challenge, but I'm down for making it work. I'm a lore monkey. I also want to make Curse of Strahd work for me. It's a nice expansion for 1/6. Maybe expansion 11 for Vampire Hunter, isn't it? Yeah, well, it's... I don't know. I wish you lucky, Rob Hagen. I really do, and I hope you figure it out. But the only way to explain how some of these things are going down is to say that someone is manipulating history. And having like a group of like an actual play where the players are going through this and they're as first-time people and they start finding books. Right?
Oh, I should have started panel lining this.
You want to? Your panel lining marker's in the box.
I know. Do we have the eraser?
Yeah.
The pencil eraser?
Yeah, put it in there. I should have put it in there. Yeah. Did I not?
I can't see. We have a toolbox now. Sorry, hang on.
It's okay. Ah.
Where is my panel lining marker?
That's yours.
This one's mine.
That's weird. I thought I put the eraser in there.
Yeah, I don't see the eraser in here.
Okay, well, that's probably in the back. Still.
Do you want to grab it? Can you grab the
eraser?
Yes, please.
Sure. I wasn't capable of anything.
Sure.
I'll go get it. I love you.
Okay. Sorry, it's just you were closer.
I know. Just give me a sec. Okay.
Okay.
I love this knife. To me, that's the only way to do it, is to say that someone is resetting history and how and why that's happening. Take my old kit, my can of air. Oh. I can't seem to find it, darling.
Is it in the table?
Would it be in the table?
That's the only other place I think we had it.
No,
It'd be under all of the dice.
I know.
I know. You don't want to pull everything out.
Now, so, did you want to use maybe a Q-tip or something? Or hang on, let me go to my desk, okay?
No, you stay, babe.
Okay.
I'll go look. Alright, because you already did the thing. It's my turn now.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Well, yeah.
Also, from what I've read of the adventure modules, there's no reward for player choice matter beyond stopping BBEG number Z from doing the thing. That is unfortunately a side effect from, I would say, 3rd edition design. Because the fact that there's not a, this was a big complaint about Pathfinder, and I know Pathfinder modules it's okay. And I know Pathfinder, because Pathfinder modules were all about how there's a bad thing and you gotta defeat the big bad evil guy and all that stuff, right? PC2. And a lot of people were saying, guys, you've gotta do, Paizo has to do an adventure where the objective, the final battle, is not a villain, but actually something, a different mode of interaction. The problem is, and this is the problem with the D20 system, which affects 5e, 4e, all versions of 3rd edition, and Pathfinder, all iterations of it. It's a combat system. It's designed for combat. You're basically a group of random homies bump into town, solve a problem, and leave. It's very Western. It's a combat engine. Right? There's no... It's spec for that. And you have to play other systems to see it. I'm not saying you guys don't, because you're fans of ours, right? You have to... There's no... It's ingrained into the DNA of the system. And you see these actual players complaining about this, too. It's like, why does a wizard who studies stuff have to get into all these fights? Because it's a combat system. The game's built for combat. It's basically the Party of the Magnificent Seven. Thanks, Chainmail. Yeah.
I can't find it, so I'm just going to use this eraser off this pencil.
Right. But the problem is, too, you can't make your product too distinct from the atypical Dungeons & Dragons experience, because then your product doesn't sell, right? You can make... Oh, God. Fucking... Fred Hicks made this point. It was really brilliant. He said, okay, your game didn't sell. Your game, where it's about based on pickup sticks, didn't sell... your game where your resolution engine is pickup sticks didn't sell because of D&D's market share. He's not wrong. That's a good portion of this market owes itself to the miniatures game, which comes from wargaming, right? That's the engine of it. It's just role play. The role playing of it was a side effect, and we don't owe that to Gygax. We owe that to Arnson.
I just want to make sure that if we... Okay, good.
Is there anyone in the chat with us?
Nobody's in the chat with us.
Okay. That was Arnson, right? I honestly wish I'd met him. I think we would have gone along great. Okay, I didn't fuck up, but it looks like I fucked up, and that pisses me off on several levels. Thigh. Guys. Thigh. I guess all were medieval war games before D&D, at least that's from what I've heard. There's a video out called Secrets of Black... There's a movie out called Secrets of Blackmore that I gotta watch, because it talks about what happened a lot with a lot of people that were there. But from everything that I've read and studied, I would have gotten on way better with Arneson. Most changing thing in 5 came via Acquisitions Incorporated. Yeah. Exactly. It's they allowed actual plays to dictate canon, not in a wrong fashion either, but the actual plays were dictating canon, not celebrating the canon they had, right? And they tried to do it with what, the D&D live events, where they were trying to make it, here's our canon, celebrate our canon. Okay, well, we're just going to bring our characters and have them play around your canon from their original worlds. And they wonder why it didn't work. And why still no one gives a shit. There's no canon to anything that's fucking happening there. Yep, Arneson was a rule bender in favor of a good story. He had a druid use a phaser to charboil a war elf, and oh god, I love him. I now have 27 deck dividers. Oh my god, that Rob Hagen, that sentence made me smile. I love Arneson so much. The more I hear about him, the more I feel like I'm his kind of game. I'm the kind of game master he was. But it's only now I think we're starting to get back to talking about Arneson as a game master as opposed to Gygax. What the fuck am I doing? Aha! I am putting together a pseudo thigh. What is pseudo thigh, you ask? I don't know why I'm saying this like Stewie. Where the fuck's the C plate? B plate. E plate. Mike can't fucking order his plates plate.
I love you.
What plate are you? That's A2 plate, thanks. That's B plate. E plate. Fuck you, Mike. I'm cursing at myself again, darling.
I noticed.
Another E plate. A D plate.
Swiggity. Hang on.
C2 plate, thank God.
Wrestling with DC MCU Loki before MCU Loki. I was like wrestling. Pseudo thigh. Wrong franchise.
C1. I need C1. Ah, fucking. That's my thoughts on the matter entirely. I need plate C1, which are these motley things.
I'm playing Mass Effect.
I noticed.
And I love Mass Effect. I've got to Mass Effect 2 on my own. I'm playing it for the Optimal Duo. I have a different save for it, though, because I said I don't mind replaying Mass Effect multiple times because of the fact that I can always make different choices if I want to.
I only have really ever one choice that hangs me up in Mass Effect.
Which one? Oh,
who to make love to, Jack or Tally? It is a shame that I cannot love two beautiful, wonderful women. There are very few good books out there that cover the prehistory of D&D. Playing at the World is one, a bit scully but informative. There's that. There is, oh my god, Designers and Dragons, which unfortunately now is going out of print. I wish I'd bought that when I had the chance. I have the PDFs, but you know, those aren't going anywhere. But if I see them if I see Designers and Dragons, all of it at a con, I'm buying it. Scroll that. I'm gonna move that out of your way. The speedrun of Ontario was fun.
Thanks.
Oh, I should say there's not gonna be an Optimal Duo stream on Monday.
Oh, right.
I should explain that. It's gonna happen. One of the lessons I learned is that Mike Monrad camping was that good isn't always nice. I'm playing a lot of Cyberpunk 2, so I'm having too much fun with the Mantis Blades. Oh, God, I love the Mantis Blades. I had to play so much of the game with the fucking gorilla arms, the boring as balls gorilla arms. Because, why am I clipping this out? I haven't sent it the previous piece yet. God, I'm an ass. Because I was trying to do all the fight arena challenges and get good with the fists.
You should explain why we're not having an.
Oh, right. I got invited to Meme Mansion. Epic Games Music invited me to play Among Us with him and his friends. I like being invited to things. It's good for my self-esteem. I'm very bad at Among Us, as you all know, though. So just come and check that out, okay? You all gotta come and be supportive, okay? And show, oh, this guy's great. So just come on out, just watch, and up the view count and mute it. I don't care. Just be there. Is Puff still annoyed at being unalived by a twig big man with a poofy hat? Okay, here's the thing. There's a scene I forgot to put in to the end of the adventure for Infinity's End. I've had the first 2 volumes of Violence, trying to get 3 and 4 when I had the free cash. Awesome, Mike. I cleared an entire warehouse of using bullets. Anyway, sorry, I can't read your comments right now. I got to do this. So, what it was gonna be was, and the vibe, and I didn't feel the vibe was gonna work. But what was gonna happen was, after all was said and done, and Puff was done correcting the universe before, I had to choose between this scene and him teasing Vecna. The original ending was, rather than him saying Vecna's name, he was gonna go to the bar after the end of the first adventure where they were all celebrating, stop time and kick them all in the nuts, and say, now you know how it feels! And leave? Mike, I'm curious, which V are you playing? Nomad Female V. I have Romance Judy. Open a stream and have it on mute. Why would I do that? I went with a female V with lots of pink and neo purple as the color palette. I'm currently, going back to Cyberpunk, I'm currently maining V with pistols and technical ability because I am a raccoon that hunts for garbage in the trash and turns it into
there just won't be an Optimal Duo stream this week.
Yeah.
I won't be here on Thursday. It's my mother's birthday. So.
It's alright. And I'll be on Meme Mansion. Deleted scenes. I need to require the appendix. Career prime, someone who's monitoring 3 or 4 streams at the same time. So, yeah, come out, check it out. If you just come out and hang out. Come on out. It'll be fun. Oh, like the last stream I guessed it on. Not Tom's. Tom's was fun. But the other one, we're not talking about.
I don't know which one you're talking about. Oh, I see.
I'm sticking to blade specialty and crafting skills. Yeah. I love the pistol. I found the Comrade's hammer and I'm aggroing from 10 blocks away. Tawberry Chapman with the D20 live verse. Tandem lying field on the floor of the bar. Still the greatest swordsman in the world. Yeah. To be fair, I don't mute the streams. I want my view to count, but I keep the volume low so I don't go crazy with all the voice in my head. Shotgun is a secondary because the point blank brass will be an instant kill. You know, I went pure pistols and technical ability. Because I found a quick hack. I did not take to quick hacking. Well, sorry, I did take to. My deck the cyber deck I have seems to compensate for any lacks in my quick hacking ability. But I'm looking to get crafting and pistols to max. And hits what Puff will do with the staff of Merlin, or what Merlin's deal is. Next stream.
Next Pendragon.
Next Pendragon. That's going to start getting phased in. It didn't happen last time because they were bound and determined to have a gay ship in spite of the plot I had. Which is hilarious because Colin was apologizing about that afterwards. Like, Mike, I'm so sorry. I'm like, what? What do you want?
I wanted the gay ship. It's happening now!
How are the tribe boys doing? They've been spending the last 6 months in Greyhawk, getting used to the world, and having Elminster laugh at them a lot. They have become his garbage wreck.
Mordenkainen, not Elminster.
Oh, sorry, Mordenkainen. Sorry. Mordenkainen has been using them for odd jobs. And they've kind of come to appreciate that Mordenkainen's kind of a dick. It's just like, I need you to go and find out what this woman knows about a man she slept with last night. Was it you, Mordenkainen? No. Why are you lying to us, Mordenkainen? We don't care. It was a good point, boys. Oh, that should be how I open the adventure. For them. It's just another job from Mordenkainen, except like she's a fucking crypt witch or something. Like something like classic villain. I couldn't handle the hacking puzzle, so I used it to shut down cameras and turrets. I use it to memory wipe and suicide people because I stealth. Although suicide apparently breaks stealth. for some reason. I mean, he takes his gun out and shoots himself in the head, so... I'm trying to get through the hacking puzzles, but I do not like them. Puff, what are your qualifications to be a moderator of the multiverse? Tomberry, I'm only in multiple stream chats, and I'm mostly still sane. You're hired. Pistols, stealth, and some quick hacks. One-shot kill, and no one knows where I am. Yeah. I'm glad I finally got through all this cyber psycho stuff. I no longer have to hunt cyber psychos, which means there's now no more people I need to leave alive.
Because now you are the cyber psycho.
I am not a cyber psycho. I've been tested. Stop calling me that. I play this game in front of the rest of the team, right? We're all hanging out. And they're all like, "Hey, Mike, it's the cyber psycho V," and I'm like, "I'm not a cyber psycho. I don't have delusions about what I am." Rude! How dare you imitate that? How dare you intimidate that I hold any tenuous grip on my sanity? But yeah, I have been leaving many bodies in my wake, as it were. What the fucking? Okay. Alright, I'll bite. Where are we going with this? Like, it's just how that's gotta be, apparently. Alright, I need C19. Alright. I have no idea where this is going. Sandy is overrated. I have an electric baton for the psychos. I did not. I just punched them in the face. I wish I'd known to use the electric baton now that they're all done. I mean, you can fill in the cyber psychos bullets from heavy machine guns. They'll be alive but unconscious afterwards, it says. So I say there's no mercy. I don't believe in the sanity clause. No, I've been trying. I try to gank them from behind. It does more damage than any katana or mantis blades. Really? Huh. Worst stealth mechanics was the PS2 Lord of the Rings Fellowship game. I got caught during the tutorial message, dropped like a hot brick. Rob, get in the pit. Baton takes 3 hits and they're down. Jesus Christ. Maybe I built my character wrong. No. The guns were always right. Guns were always the right choice. Because yeah, I would sneak up behind them and choke them out. 90% of the time. Or I'd go gorilla arms and beat them to death. Well, unconscious.
Number 2 is over here.
Shoop.
Shoop.
Shapoopy?
Shapoopy.
Shapoopy. Shapoopy.
The girl who's hard to get.
Shapoopy. Shapoopy. Shapoopy.
But you can win her yet.
That piece flew literally right to my mouth, and I'm mad that I didn't get bought dinner first.
You're right there, babe.
You ladies have it tough. Yeah, I have an epic baton with 328 damage plus electrical damage. I have a room in the pit. It's cozy down there. The terrors in the dark. Benefits of 0 sanity. I like having Ford so much, but he is tied to 2020s and 2030s. That can't be who I think it is.
Rob Ford?
I don't think that's the case. Mantis arms with electric blades are straight up blend psychos and most other things. Yeah, I lost my heat blades. I don't know where the electric blade mod is. I should go look for it. So is Johnny Silverhand. A D20 Live Cannon has a Lady of Pain who is disconcertingly hot always been able to leave Sigil, or was that Puff's doing? No, she can't. She just doesn't want to. The only place she doesn't go is to the Debbie Plane of Dread, because if she goes in there, it will automatically form a domain around her. Reactively. You can get them as loot, and I think also buy them. Getting a replaced played person now. I've got the Menace Blades, been stocked one plans till level 19. I'm level 44. I have been building a god of death of the pistol.
I'm very confused. Why the fuck is there an... Why are there 2? Oh. I can swap the face.
Yeah, because he's got his open vents.
Oh, I see.
The F-91's mouthpiece open to leak heat out.
Ow! That pokes me. It poked me!
I think any domain of the Dark Power Strike former Lady Pain will become a prison for them instead of her. Likely, but the thing is, we don't know, right? And I just think she just didn't want to deal with it. When you're the mayor of a town, you don't go and visit the prison, right? What's the point? It's not worth the effort for her to go.
To gloat, obviously.
To gloat? She just walks past Straw in the carriage just going... He's like, what is the Lady of Pain here for? Why does she come to visit me? Does she have a promise of power? Nope. She's just flipping me off.
I get the feeling.
She would do that. I'd rather be Domain than Maze, to be honest. Not the Ford prefect you're thinking of. This is my first PC for Cyberpunk. You still have the letter that came with the CP archive I mailed for you? That Ford. Oh, yeah, I got it. I've been doing side quests and gigs. I only just now did Panam's first main job. Does the Lady of Pain gloat? The canon says she doesn't, but...
It'd be funnier if
she did. I didn't think that was a thing. Nope, she's got her own asylum to run. No time for other people's monkeys. Got a street clad by the legendary level Mantis Blazers. Just don't have the cash. Bye. I love the JoJo game, especially the Joseph. English to 3 individuals who spoke perfectly English. What he would, though! It's Joseph! It's the kind of shit he'd do. He'd be like, happy, lucky, Yoroshiné. I'm doing my best. I'm Joseph. Alright. So, if I follow these zany demands correctly, I take this knee. It's like, Joseph, we all speak English. So you do! Okay.
31.
Okay.
This is a tiny piece right here.
Is it something that you fear?
Yes, I have to panel line it. Look at it.
Wait. Oh boy. Yeah, you're gonna have fun. Why won't you... What? The name of Prime's Matrix. Oh, well, okay, you just go in like that. Straight the fuck out like that, huh? Alright. Okay, I mean, you're gonna be dirty like that, girl. He's got garters.
Daddy.
Love you.
Love you too.
I think I mentioned before that there used to be a free Legendary Mantis set that you could get along with Psycho Huts, but they patched it out. Yeah, no, I knew about that. Wasn't a complaint. So the next con game going to be a sequel to this one? No, because odds are the next North, if I get to go back to North and go in person, there's going to be an entirely difference between the 100 some odd people who watched it on stream and the people who are going to see it in person. I'm just starting something new. I have something in mind. Joseph is never doing his best unless he's being a dick. I want to see young Joseph in Sigil now because he would make the mistake of breaking the Lady of Pain rule too. Oh god, no, he just would get made so fast. I can see housing being the natural progression of post-World War II Germany with a cache of stone masks. Go on. I'm not gonna hit your stomach.
Die.
I love you too much to do it, but I'm too big of a shit not to mime it. I don't get why I still need to put points in a body to rip open doors even when I have the gorilla arms on. It's supposed to be a built-in function of the arms. I don't know, Geki. It's a weird fucking thing. It's why I got my technical ability up to 20. Because it bypasses everything. C10, which is this one. Muchas gracias.
Muchas gracias. El Miquel Grande.
I am that man.
Es Pollo Loco. It's Crazy Chicken.
Hola.
Hola.
I am El Pollo Loco. Hellsing JoJo Demon Slayer crossover. Bitches love cannons. I can't describe the thought process. Enough
In Spanish, no.
In Spanish, no. Hey, Carito. Question. If I wanted to learn some Spanish phrases so I could play a Hispanic character, would you send me them in Spanish with the pronunciation? Can I ask that of you when the time comes? It may be soon. Would you be okay with that?
I mean...
I mean... I don't know if I want you to reflect my culture, Mike. Is that what you're trying to say? I'm respectful to cultures. I failed Spanish several times. Oh. Oh, that's why. I don't feel so bad then. Fine, I'll use Google Translate. Do you know anyone who speaks Spanish?
How do Quantum met Deku?
God. They would either become best friends, or they would argue who's better, Superman or All Might. Like, all day. Superman's better. He can fly and he has the laser eyes. All Might's better. He's my dad. What? Nothing.
You're my dad.
You're my dad. Boogie, woogie, woogie. Curious, Mike, did neither of your players think that the book sun thing until the last few minutes of the stream? I didn't think of it at all. That literally did not occur to me. The player has confessed that they thought of it earlier, but they didn't want to ruin the game.
Which one now?
Oh, that was Chantel with the JoJo ability.
Oh, with the JoJo.
They didn't want to ruin the game, and they didn't because they worry about me a lot. And they're like, I don't want Mike to suffer during a stream. I'm like, no, harder. That's where That's where we make our money. I go to a place with people who don't know me. They watch me suffer, and they think I'm a genius.
I think I orchestrated it the whole time. Meanwhile.
It's a well-handicrafted BDSM relationship I have with my fan base.
Daddy.
It's not well-crafted. I accidentally back-ended into year 3 where they're all like, we want you to win, Mike. What? I don't say your English so hot right now either, but that would be a dick move on my part. Fuck you, Don Barry. I can say that to you. You're one of my mods. I'm an asshole and a loophole finder, but that was the first thing I thought of. Puro esta la grande. I'd help Mike, but I remember enough Spanish from high school to ask where the bathroom is. Alucard holds up a stone mat. You dolphin boy, this is yours, Jotaro. Yada yada to say. I mean, Toshi's probably a Superman fanboy himself, too, so.
Okay.
Wow, that knee has...
I fixed that.
That knee has no articulation.
I can
give you the translation, but I can't do dick for pronunciations. I'll take the translation. I love you, Mike. Yeah, fuck you too. So are we fans for switches? Not going there. Sam, do you want to get freaked out by knee articulation for a second? Move the knee joint on this thing. Just see how far it goes. So little. It's so little.
Do you want to pull up my new?
No, I'm good. I gotta finish building this guy. And I do like him in spite of everything. Alright, I need PC8 and C110. So where's PC8?
It's fair.
I'm not about to tell you guys whether your tops or bottoms or whatever. This is not... There will come a day where I can make that joke. It's not today. Not as a content creator. Pollo es la grande, the chicken's large. I want a big soft Superboy team up with All Might, Deku, Quantum, and Superman now. Thing is, at some point, I want Quantum to meet Superman. And I just be like, ah! Sir, it's him. It's you. It's Superman, guys. It's Superman. It's Superman. Hello there. Have you drank your milk? Ah! Watch Quantum freak out for an hour. Can you sign everything? I feel like the shortcut would get along with the 1A girls. You're a shortcut.
Oh! I was trying to like, what? What are we talking about? And I'm like, wait, Deku, Boku, right, fuck. Yeah, shortcut would get along well. I feel like she would get along well best with, like...
Erevity?
Erevity.
How'd I know? She'd be like, he doesn't notice me. Feel ya, fam. Feel ya. He's so sweet and handsome and dumb. God, he's dumb. Yeah. Why are they all dumb? I don't know. I feel ya, girl. Tom's JoJo character is my favorite. Dude really knew how to set the mood. Which Superman? Personally, I prefer the animated one. I gotta make a version of him for D20 Live. That's the thing. Where I kind of want him just to be a little bit a bit more of a soft himbo. Just be like, hi there, I'm Superman. But probably if I was gonna pick a Superman, it would be the one from the animated series. Very responsible. Because, not gonna lie, as I work in a library, the Superman from the animated series still gets exposed to kids a lot. Because that's the one DC uses for a lot of their books. So all you DCAU fans, we're not dead. There's an entire sleeping generation.
You're not dead. Boogie, woogie, woogie. Put this back in there. Ah.
Did you want me to buy you a new hobby knife?
What?
Did you want me to buy you a hobby knife?
Help! Help!
I love you! Only my wife. Only my wife. Only my wife. Only my wife. Holy... Yeah, Christopher Reeve with Superman. Yeah. Only my wife can get her tits caught out of God bless her. You're perfect. God, you're perfect. God, you're perfect.
Don't leave me. There's wolves out there.
Never. Never, ever. Was the connection between the Power Rangers game and the Infinity Gauntlet intentional? It was not. Because I thought about coating them to the stones, but I wanted to do the traditional colors instead. All this talk of awkward romance, I realized most of the new anime watch has that in it. Nagatoro and Ernemakun. The gunpole was copping a feel clipped. Which version of the animated series, pre or post the Elite? Pre. The old one, Superman the animated series with the original Kevin Conroy. So I've made more NPC quirks for my brother's My Hero Academia game, still work in progress. I made them so specific that I can't figure out how to use them in combat.
I can't believe I got it stuck on my shirt. How did that even happen?
You let it get close to your shirt and got caught in the webbing. Such is the way of things. And as you complained before, stream, you have big honking bonga balonga dudes.
I do have big honka bonga bongaloos.
I feel like you're going to get discovered at some point. You're going to just become super fucking famous.
I don't know.
Babe, you're a girl who likes giant robots and has big tits. Wooly already thinks you're cool. You literally, all you have to do to become famous is go into 4chan. I don't suggest you do that. Is say, I have D-cup breasts. Here's a picture.
Well, I wouldn't do that.
I know. Here's a picture, and I like Gal Gaigar. Worship me. And there's a chance. No, it's not.
No, they would just go like, ya bitch.
Yeah, they would. There was a time, maybe.
The rule is just don't go to 4chan.
Yeah, just don't comment on 4chan. Almost did once. That's good, but I didn't. He's probably going to have to hear me on the combat. Oh, if he says it's a J. Lee version of the Pure Justice League one. Oh, Jesus Christ. He's post. Or maybe when you're rich and fabulous, Sam. Superman vs. the animated series cast. We need more perky goth necromancers who are good at creepy.
Tonberry, if you think I'm not going to bring you up with me, come on.
It's not DCU can though. I mean, we already kind of worship her. Yeah, but she needs more worship. She deserves more worship.
No.
Why not?
I am Gremlin.
Oh yeah, no. There's no such thing as waifu gremlin. Did I clip the wrong fucking piece? Hello, darling. Yes. Did I clip the wrong piece? A121.
Sam Perry raises all ships.
Oh, that's why. I'm looking at the wrong piece.
Sam Chen Wen.
Anyone know a VTuber avatar maker? We can get her an avatar overnight. I've wanted that for a while.
You just want me to become a VTuber.
I do, because I know you'd be successful. Did I put you in right? Honey, did I put this in? Yes, I did. Yes. Oh, yeah, Mike, that's it. Be a classy fuck.
Love you.
See, the thing is, you guys have all hit maximum saturation worshipping Sam. It's like, this is our goddess. Ah! And she falls down. Yeah, she's ours. Have more nuggies, Sam.
Ah!
Any thoughts on the newest Dark Alliance game? Looks great. Not a big fan of the Dark Alliance games. I had a bad experience. Should I tell the story?
Was it X?
It involves my ex. And finding all of the Dark Alliance games, even the PS2 games for her.
Oh, yeah, I remember this.
Yeah.
Yeah, just go ahead.
All right. Well, okay.
Get it off your chest. I think they enjoy the X story.
All right. Do you guys want to hear the X story or not? I'm going to ask that question because this is not Clara from Demon School Exists. This is not a happy story for how it ends. It's just a way how I'm wired. I mean, Sam is a goddess. She is.
I am Gremlin.
You're mine. You're a goddess.
Gremlin.
Cutie.
Flame Queen Lord of Ships. Sam is alright, I guess. Thanks, Credo. See, he's got the right idea.
I'm fine with telling it. I just because people gotta be in the right mood for drama, right? Because I've gone on power rants without asking you guys if you're good for it. I'm always good to do the power rant, but if we're all vibing on a different frequency than a power rant, there's no point. It's just shitty. Has Aizawa Acerhead's quirk been explained? I like how it works, not what it does. Clara's best gremlin. I can't do drama right now. I don't have any buffer. Oh, there you go. Another time. Ask me on Ultimate Duo sometime what happened with Dark Alliance.
No rant, only vibes.
I'm cutting a polycap. It is a sacred act. A sacred bond between man and machine.
See, I am uncomfortable.
I stabbed myself in the finger.
I love you so much. I have a problem with praise, I think.
Is it because you're a millennial?
Is that it?
I've never known a millennial that actually is okay with praise in my life. Is there anyone... Well, let me ask you this. Is there anyone in the D20 Live team that you know of that takes praise well and in a healthy fashion?
Jordan, but
Yep, he responds with narcissism. He doesn't actually take it.
He does. He goes, of course, I am the greatest thing that has ever...
Yeah, that's narcissism. That's not actually done with that healthy. No,
right,
not really.
Jordan would do that. But to be fair, Jordan also...
Try to avoid it. Chill, cool, I'm on kids to vibe too. No specifications on highs, of course.
Because Jordan's trying to do this whole thing with his kid where he's just like, look, I am trying to teach them that having a self-esteem is a good thing, so I'm going to teach them to accept praise. And I'm like, okay. So in order to do that, he had to do it to himself. Because, Who
wants to talk about Metroid Dread? Comic Kings, I talked about this on Tuesday. I literally went on a long discussion about this, about all the nuances of it. And I think what I ended up saying at the end of it was, we're not going to know till the game comes out how good it is. Because we don't know how much is Nintendo Lab and how much is Mercury Steam. If Jordan ended up in Ravenloft, how many months till he gets a domain? I think Jordan would just... Well, that's a good question, actually. I thought about it for 5 seconds. And
Jordan, how long would you get a domain?
I'd call him, but the reason... If he's not picking... The problem is it's Father's Day, and I think everyone's busy today.
I love you.
Me too. Problem is, I think he might be busy today for reasons.
Sorry, Tonberry.
So, just a crack theory. There's more quirks than just biology. Like most can be explained via biology. There's a few quirks. I still don't know if I'm a Gen X or a millennial. Ever since I have a different opinion. Samus gets screwed so hard in their universe. If you're pre-82, you're a millennial. I thought it was 80.
1980.
Yeah, I thought it was 1980. Still, I'm 83, so I'm like literally on the fence.
I'm not. Can the new canon about me be that I am an immortal vampire?
In what sense?
I don't know.
Like, you are playing an immortal vampire.
I am playing an immortal vampire.
And she's very memeable.
She is very memeable.
You finally got your Nauticus.
Everybody likes Nosferatu. Everyone wants me to do more things with her.
You're never going to be able to kill that character now, you know that, right?
I can't! It's annoying. Considering the fact that I have plans.
Yeah, you can't now. They're just going to be like,
I can't have those plans anymore. Thanks, everybody.
Yeah, thanks, guys, for liking my character so much.
Sam is Nosferatu after the Ring of Wishes fell out of the multiverse. 1980, but the media told me all millennials are 21. No, that's Gen Z.
The media lied?
She's a more mature Nosferatu, and she's adorable. Stop it! I am not adorable.
Yeah, you are.
I'm ferocious!
Alright, then stop me from calling you adorable. Oh, yeah, no. Oh, no, that's it. That stopped me. Please don't tickle me while I'm standing working with Gunpla. Sorry, baby, you're adorable.
No! Ferocious. Convert, no!
What?
You call me cute. Does Nosferatu's voice mess with your throat? It sounds like it should hurt given how high it is. Okay, this is how I do the Nosferatu voice. Because of the fact that I have actually been trained in voice and singing in order to go up into a higher register, my natural singing voice goes up that high regardless. The only thing that really hurts is the actual laugh.
Oh, okay. That's just
right? And that's why I try not to do the laugh as often as everybody else is like, oh, obviously Nosferatu is cackling like a giant little turd, right? But everything else about her voice, I can do it for a really long time. Because I can do, like, I think 2 hours worth of that voice.
Probably.
Right? But the problem is her laugh. Because her laugh is the thing that... Because in order for me to laugh, I have to, like, scritch up my vocal cords, like, really hard. And that's the part that really hurts. Out of curiosity, out of all your games you've done, why is the Captain Planet one non-canon?
Because Tom asked for that. Tom was guesting. I said, did you want to make it part of the multiverse? He said no. He does not like large shared multiverses for streams. I said, cool, it's not canon. Done. That was it. That's the only reason. He said it was not canon, and that's what he wanted, and I respect that. Mm-hmm. Because I respect Tom as a creator and a friend. And I gotta hang out with Tom.
But yeah, I'm Nosferatu, and I can do this voice forever, right? Because I've been trained to do it where I can make that not hurt, right? Because it's right next to your mouth, and it's really making me nervous.
What?
Your knife. So, basically, like, when I went to vocal training, I had to get taught how to do my voice really high, so that way when I do soprano voices, I don't hurt myself.
I never got that training, and that's how I destroyed my voice doing the Dio scream.
The male VA in Iruma-kun has the ability to raise or lower his vocal register, so he's able to sing an idol song during the show, and no one realized it was him. So the current timeline, Pendragon timeline, is Puff's equivalent to Soap's.
Yes. As he said to Galahad, whatever happens, happens, man. You have to abide by the fact that everything will be different.
Was it Galahad?
It was Galahad. Or was it Percival?
It's Percival.
It was Percival, yeah. He said to Percival, you must abide by what happens. And Percival said, fine, do it. And Percival fundamentally regrets his choices.
Yeah, because Percival's now in the Persona universe.
Yeah. Oh my god. Did I put you in right?
PC3, PC2. What? But how is that PC2? Well, PC2.
The whole multiverse is Puff's cable box now? Pretty much. Percival? Sorry, Percival.
Percival, yeah.
I was just curious, using the Fruza measuring stick, how far is your plan for this phase coming along? I'm being vague due to knowing where it's from, focusing on what it does in the show. It's okay. I'm letting the other... Because here's the thing. Phase 1 was entirely written by me. Like, entirely. For good or for bad. And the speech I said at the end of that was, look, I cannot write this. I cannot do this a second time. It's not fair to the game masters to have to jump through these hoops. I will give them seeds to work with. And,
seeds.
And I'll say, like, do you want to use this or do you want to use that? And so far, everyone is being, like, really receptive to it. Right? Even Doc is kind of like, there's all this good stuff here that I kind of want to use. Gen Y Millennial border with Gen X is fuzzier than the most thing, because there's much difference between the two when you look at the 1980s, 80s, the 80s screwed up things that much, and a Saxon ring king, well, things happen. Got to give personal props for being brave enough to spend an hour cussing out basically God. It doesn't bother me. So, Mike, do you have any interest in the RPG box that they put out in ties to Blumhouse's The Green Knight? I didn't even know that existed. So there's your answer. Now, why do you tiny pegs? You tiny pegs vex me so. Samantha, my love.
Yes.
These tiny pegs. Look. This has got to do this, right?
Uh-huh.
And I press on it. And, I see.
Did you do it already?
Well, because it looks like it should go deeper.
Yes.
But it doesn't. It's just there. On the surface. I didn't want endorphins then. I wanted results. Did someone clip that? Just clip that. I didn't want endorphins. I wanted results. I see my... I like that. I like that. Why am I laughing at my own joke so much?
I love you.
I didn't want endorphins. I wanted results. Someone clip that, please.
Lancelot.
And Arthur get gay shipped and no Camelot unless Mike switches it to Arturi because timeline shenanigans. It's tempting. It's the fact that we're tilting so heavily into the homosexual narrative. I'm kind of ecstatic for because of the fact the narrative of the LGBTQ plus in Camelot. I want to experiment with it over the next few times we do it. And see what kind of story we want to get out of it, right?
We may or may not be using this for our...
A tiny bit of it.
For our webcomic that we will eventually be doing. By the way, clipped.
21.
By the way,
for
those of you who are wondering when the webcomic's coming, I'm waiting on a thing. I said this in the Optimal Duo stream, but I should say it here because some people don't watch Optimal Duo. I'm waiting on an email, which may or may not change my life for the next couple of months. So I haven't started on the webcomic yet. Also, it really did help because this break that I'm basically giving myself for like a tiny bit gives Mike another chance to actually revamp a lot of stuff because we decided
there was a lot wrong with it.
We decided to change an entire character and add another one for reasons. It makes sense because there were plot problems that we had with the first one.
The first iteration of this
comic, and we needed to fix it somehow.
Mm.
It does work out better now. And words. But it took us a little bit to get to this point, so we're like, okay, so I have to wait on this email. Mike is rewriting. So we'll get to the webcomic as soon as we can. It's just one of those things of it's gonna take a tiny bit, guys. And I'm sorry that it's taking so long. Because I know we promised it last year?
Yeah. But why did I clip out an extra PC8 piece? PC2, PC8. Okay, that's weird. I mean, the original Alpha Pendragon wanted you to have that stuff in there, but it was the 80s. Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah, but we're gonna... Y'all want that? Do you all just want the Lancelot Arthur gay ship? Do you want that? Do you want that? We can do it. Skull Puff is chilling more or less underneath Sigil. Does he have visitors? I can see him and the Lady of Pain having a philosophical discussion with tea. People have visited. One of the first visitors he had was Vecna, and I hope to one day show that conversation. I imagine Asmodeus visited him, and the two did not get on well at all.
Percival visited.
I don't think the Lady of Pain likes him very much. In my head, she's just like does not like this little upstart shit. Who? This upstart dragon who just straight up.
What's the email supposed to be about? I can't tell you yet. I will tell you later. As soon as because the thing is that first off, I don't want to jinx anything, right? Because I'm a very big, right. Second thing, I don't know if it's okay to share that I'm doing this yet. Because, first off, there hasn't been an NDA signed, but there also hasn't been talks of, yeah, you can let people know. The only people I've let know that this is happening are my parents, Mike, and his mom. That's it. Right? Because those are all very, close-knit people, and they won't go around telling other people. Right? But once I find out if I get this thing, then, yes, I'll let you know as soon as I can. But I'm just letting you know that if I do get... If the email is good, it will change my life for a very big thing. It'll be very good.
Not to put too much pressure on it.
Not to put too much pressure on it. I'll be fine.
Good job, babe. I think they bought it.
You think they bought it? I think I did it. I think it was okay. I did alright. Anyway,
It'll just completely change my life. No pressure.
No pressure?
Hey! Sigh a little harder.
Sam.
I'm good however the story goes. Could one be a Saxon character in Pendragon? Yeah.
Okay. For reference, this email is about work-related stuff, okay?
Like a legitimate job.
That's what I will let you guys know. I'm not telling you anything else about it. Okay, so stop speculating that it might be something else. It's not anything else.
Yeah, Puff is nearly godlike, and the Lady Pavery is not a lover of the gods. Yeah, basically. That's a good way to look at it. She's like, she doesn't like the gods on a good day. And there's this douchebag pretending to be a god with a thing. If she could get her hands on it, she'd rip it out of his hands. And quite literally, if Puff ever fucks up, she will rip it right the fuck out of his hands and deal with it.
Sam was getting a job at Nintendo. Got it. I wish.
I wish. Then she would be called Samus.
I would be called Samus.
Hey, Puff, do you want any food? Or do you not get hungry anymore? I kind of am low-key just semi-full in a good place, honestly. I stopped eating after like a week. Also stopped wearing a watch. So there wasn't a point to it. I had to try and explain that to Linkara, too. It's like, because he was like, what's Puff, Mike? Like, what, is that dragon back? Yeah, he's God now. How did that happen? How much time do you got?
Sam's getting a job at Bandai.
Oh, you would go nuts, though.
If I got a job... Hang on.
What, did you get an email?
No. But I'm Googling something while I'm waiting for this to dry. Hang on.
Are you looking up Bandai?
No. I'm trying to find the company that did the certain video game.
Atlas. Atlas is the company.
No, not that game.
I'm sorry, what other game is there for you?
No. Developers. Yeah, getting a job at Silicon Knights. And then I'll find out what happened in the Legacy of Kain for you. It was all a ruse,
actually,
guys.
That would be Crystal Dynamics. And even then you wouldn't know because Amy Hennig's not with them.
I know.
God, if I ever find Amy Hennig, I'm just going to, as politely as possible, just say, please tell me.
Are you planning on getting into the Lady of Pain's lore and backstory? Or
No. 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 No.
But
Not in the least.
I have a thing for Baba Yaga, though.
No. I'm not.
Not for Lady of Pain, though.
No.
But I've got a thing for Baba Yaga.
I will explain a lot of things in D20 Line canon, and I'm not explaining her. She exists, and that's it.
I'm explaining Baba Yaga.
By the way, Mike, links to the Green Knight and the thing. Yeah, I saw that, Rob. Sam, what are your thoughts on Persona Strikers?
I haven't gotten to it yet, because I'm waiting. Because the problem is that, like, lots of shit happened, and I very much want to just wait a little bit before jumping back into a Persona game. It's just my personal thing. I don't know why.
You know you're gonna love it.
I probably love it because of the fact that everything Persona I love pretty much, except for Arena. But, you know.
That's because someone ruined Arena for you. Was it wrong for me to say that?
No, that's true, though. I was expecting a no, but could it be could one be a Fae in Pendragon? I'm just thinking of all the possible unusual knights you could come up with. You can become half Fae!
Technically not half Fae, just Fae touched.
It's still... there's a thing, there's an expanded book for Pendragon where you can become a Fae knight. But you're, like, a half Fae child.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's in the book. It's in one of the expanded books that Devin sent. Hello, phone.
Oh, yeah. Come on. Was that Devin?
No. Steven Universe.
Oh. Oh. I think I was calling you sus.
No. Alright. Baba Yaga, Chicken Hut. Lady of Pain really doesn't need any explanation. Baba Yaga is on a list of entities, beings I don't ever mess with in any game. You can be a changeling? Neat. Fairy moon paints the sky. You've entered the realms of Baba Yaga. Ugh.
Baba Yaga.
Baba Yaga.
But here's a fundamental question. Can Mike load his sprues back in the box where the letters will display in a way that he can easily read it? The answer is fucking not, apparently.
So we need to get you that sprue holder, huh?
Yeah, we don't even need to get me a sprue holder. There's like... I can literally just get a fucking divider. And it works just as well.
You say that we haven't got one yet.
Noises, distracting noises, bits, look away.
What was that about?
I don't know, it was the best I had at the time! For Frankenfurt?
I mean...
Francis Ferdinand? Archduke of Austria? F-Go made Waver Velvet kind of a badass. Well, to be fair, Waver Velvet was already kind of a... Yeah, it did. They were already making side stories with Waver being a solid badass. I'm just pissed off in Fate. For some fucking reason, Waver hasn't trained Shiro, and I will not stop yelling about that. It makes me angry. Map, Queen of the City. Mike has offended all of South Europe with that accent. Mike, who would win a fight? Fake Gilgamesh or a Space Marine? Gilgamesh, unfortunately. A British arena. Loud noises. Because, let's assume for a moment that your average Space Marine at spec is as strong as Hercules. Right? Which is fair. Because Hercules is insanely powerful. I would argue he just tops out a standard Space Marine. But let's just assume it's the same. Now, the only advantage the Space Marine has is that because he's a mundane Space Marine, the chains of Enkidu can be broken on his body. Because he's not divinely a hero. Well, he is a hero, but he's not like super magically divinely powered. So that would be the advantage. Gilgamesh would still just hurl everything at him, and Enema Elish the problem. I think I'm going to start printing Fate Go physical cards again, though. But I'm going to need Sam's help because I want to get some stuff photoshopped onto them. Are you hiding behind... Don't wiggle the spruce. It's bad for them. They hear it.
Do they hear it?
They hear it. Because they've released Morgan. Don't do that. Would the Primarch be affected? Would a Primarch be offended by the Chains of Enkidu? Yes, because Primarchs are worshipped. And they have psionic powers, which I think would trigger it. If Dragon Ball characters show up in the D20 live verse, would it be canon or abridged versions? That depends on whether or not I can ever get Team 4-star on a fucking stream. God, I wish I could. It's literally 2 degrees of separation to get those motherfuckers onto a stream.
It's not even... It's 1 degree.
Oh, yeah.
It's just Cassie.
Actually, I was going to say Linkara.
That too, but you know.
I would just be like, Linkara, please help me. I need.
It's 1 degree of separation either way.
Yeah. Just like, Linkara, please get me Team 4-star. I need to do a stream with these jackasses and have them a Dragon Ball Z game. How are you going to run a Dragon Ball Z game? I can run anything! Just tell them I've got it.
Pay Lanny money?
Well, with the Emperor being technically a god character. Pay Lanny money. Get rid of his metric fuck ton of arrogance, and Gil seems like a good guy. That's the thing. So you want the books, Mike? Which books, Tip? Was that an earlier comment? Well, that's the thing. They've said Gil is that's been canonically proven. Fate Apocrypha? Fate Apocrypha. The sequel to Fate Stay Night shows when Gilgamesh actually regresses into being a kid, he's legitimately a sweet human being that takes care of other people. It's when he gets older and arrogant that he turns into a jackass. Which also implies a weird Ship of Theseus thing about Gilgamesh. Which no one ever discusses in the Fate fandom. What are you doing? What are you literally doing to my head? Are you popping his head?
No. Why
are you holding my head then?
Because I want to hold your head.
Why are you holding my head?
Because I needed comfort.
And my skull had it?
Yes.
Okay. What the fuck are you doing? Was my question? RPG, isn't that Prisma something? I kind of want interaction between Fate Gilgamesh and the Final Fantasy Gilgamesh, who's more like Benkei, but that's another thing. The 3-book from the Tale of Artel Stars Games Anime era RPG. He mellows out as a caster, apparently. He's also decent when it's him and Enkidu went around him after the effects of Epic, where he got his character development. Yeah. Like 90, because Gilgamesh is an easy villain for Fate. But they've shown that there's ways to do it. Like, and it happens whenever he rejuvenates himself. It alters his personality. Or it's when he's a kid, he's just a better fucking human being. But again, that's a really interesting Ship of Theseus argument. I also learned you're not allowed to make the Ship of Theseus argument when you're day drinking. I still find that funny. There's a guy on YouTube whose stream content I watch. And he said, and the funniest joke he ever said was, I was drinking one day and I realized something. If I'm still holding the same cup and I refill it, is it not still the one drink? And his buddy says to him, you cannot Ship of Theseus day drinking. I can, and I did. So technically I only had 3 drinks. Uh-huh. Why is Saber so adorable? I love frenemies, the frenemy aspect between Gil and Iskander. Sorry, Mike, I had to do this. He's just singing them. He's just doing Unlimited Blade Works. I do too. It just sucks that Iskander lost.
I'm more upset that not more people were reacting to the Unlimited Maid Works that you did for the maid game.
It was so early in our fandom, though. That's the thing. Right? If we'd done it now. We also, there's not a huge Fate fan base in the D20 Live thing. Right?
I'm not gonna lie, Common Kings, though, I thought you were gonna start reciting I Am the Storm That Is Approaching, and I'm just like, really? More?
Bury the light deep within.
Fucking loved Unlimited Maid Works, though. Thank you, Void.
Cast aside, there's no coming hope. We're burning chaos in the wind. Drifting in the ocean all alone. Dun, 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 dun. You did this. Dun, 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 dun,
That one did come out well before I discovered you guys.
Nine. Surrounded. Okay, I need a plate. Uno. 16. A16.
Oh.
What the fuck's this plate?
How much volume was it in those 3 drinks, though? The amount of booze in his system says otherwise, Mike. I've never been able to get in my head around the Fate universe. I had to deal with too many PCs trying to make thinly veiled versions of characters from it.
To be fair, look how many characters come from Fate.
To be fair, Skander got close. One of those baby favorites EA got used to as a sword. Unlimited Maid Drug Works.
You see, the problem is, in Fate Stay Night, it's really fucking easy to beat Iskander. It happens. Sorry, it's not Iskander. Gilgamesh. It happens like every fucking iteration, and people use bullshit ways to do it. Right? Oh, that's just silver. Okay.
I am the storm that is approaching. It's not stuck in my head.
Provoking. Sing it with me. Black clouds and isolation. I am reclaimer of my... Come on.
I don't want to do it, though.
Born in flames! I have been blessed. My family crest is a demon of death! Forsaken, I have awakened. I gotta learn how to sing those kind of songs. The phoenix, black and dark divine. By the way, Mike, I can't unhear you singing Kiss from a Rose whenever it comes on the radio, that bit from One Stream Music.
It's awful! I can't hear it! I can't hear! I'm listening to the legit song, and all I can hear is, who can take a kiss from a rose on the plane? Ooh,
you know that there's a stranger
in me.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now that your rose is in bloom, a night hits the moon on the plain. Na 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 na. And I'm like, what? Why? Like, I can't hear. I know the original song. I'm so mad. So much. Iterations.
Maybe I made it better.
No. I avoided Delaware and Ohio now. Your thoughts on the band Glory Hammer? Karaoke night at Puff's place. When?
There is not enough karaoke tracks for all the songs that I would ruin.
There was another one that you were trying to ruin for me, and I said, please don't.
I stopped. I can't remember what it was.
It was
though.
a Queen song. I just don't remember.
That's why I didn't ruin it for you. I may be a monster, but I have limits. It makes you mad now when I get lyrics right. Baby, I'd like to see that if you could get a kiss from the rose.
I got into Fates because of my friend Otaku Daikun. Oh, my knees.
Ooh, I want to know if you can see that there's
on this lonely road because I'm an alone and it's a road. Yeah, that was Dave.
That was Dave.
Dave did that one.
I worked out a build for Ren and Archer in Mutants and Masterminds for power level 10. We're going to end up with a power level 7 Ren and a power level 12 Archer by putting a shitload of points into Sidekick. Yeah, that sounds about right. Ah, Rin. The only woman in the Fate universe who fell in love with not Shiro, and it didn't work out well for her. She's like, I'm secretly in love with Archer. Yeah, but that's me. Yeah, but you're the cooler version of him. Oh, Rin, you're such a bitch. I hate Rin.
She's the black-haired girl, right?
Yeah, she's the Twin Tails. The fandom goes through extensive lengths to make her their chief waifu, but if you look at original Fate Rin, she's just a bitch. But she is also the original tsundere, upon which so many other twin-tailed tsunderes are built. It's unfortunate, because there was a brief time, where a tsundere could just be a cold woman who liked a guy. My favorite, of course, being this one comic I saw of Haman Khan, where she's trying to get Char to come back to Zeon. And she says, come back to us, Char, this is your place. And then she turns her back to him and says, by the way, we have those animal crackers you like. And there's Amuro and Camille going, well, she's a tsundere. Yeah, she's a tsundere. And then there's Char going, animal crackers, animal crackers. Let's see what happened. Was Nauticus ever a minstrel? Briefly. I imagine Daikun in a D&D kill with y'all as the DM. She's the best girl and I fight everyone who says otherwise. Strahd, and I will dedicate this to my eternal one, Vecna. Not Unchained Memory again.
Yeah, Rin kind of sucks. Oh, that's why I'll fight you.
Mike, I will fight you. Yeah, Rin kind of sucks. Is Stay Night and Zero on the same timeline? Yep. Everyone needs to remember that people die when they are killed.
People die.
The fandom turned to cold-ass bitch and their waifu. Gasp. I'll fight you too, Common. Pulls out daggers. We fighting here. I have no stakes in this, but I win. I have bad memories of Rin, mainly due as a player in the forum game being fucking cheating bastard at a metagaming. That reminds me, I need to return to OG Gundam. But yeah, no, I don't like Rin. In the original, like, the Rin that is now, that we have now, is not the Rin that is in Fate Stay Night, the game. Rin in Fate Stay Night, the game, is a cold-hearted bitch. The Rin we have now is way more, I don't like you, knock it off, and hopeless. Original Rin is just a colossal bitch. And I will die on this hill! What are you doing in my head? What do you want? Ah! Why are you cackling?
Because I surprised you.
Oh, I see.
It was a surprise kiss. Ninja kiss.
Because, like, I've seen Rin how she is now. Fight the Twitch chat. Let me take some bets before it starts. All I know about Fate are the twinks. Current Rin is Dean Stay Night. Yeah. Like, because I've seen all the gifs and stuff of Rin being legitimately cute. I'm like, oh, okay, this version of Rin, yeah, I get why everyone waifus her. I didn't get exposed to this version of Rin that we have now for a very long fucking time. One that just goes, stop it. Stop it. Shiro, I need to talk to you. No. Shiro! I can't program a VCR. You know, Carnival Phantasm. Carnival Phantasm Rin, but, you know. But Carnival Phantasm did a lot to get the Nasuverse characters up and running to a good place.
Weird hill to die on, but at least you're dead. Then perish.
Awesome. Thanks, Arcada, for the Dean Stay Night phrase. Yeah. Is a version of Steins Gate canon to D20 Alive, only it's Dr. Apocalypse and his lady? No, Dr. Apocalypse, there are characters that will be made deeper in the course of D20 Live. It will not be Dr. Apocalypse. Dr. Apocalypse and his fiancée.
Dr. Disaster.
Dr. Disaster. Those two are just knuckleheads.
They're basically just us.
Just if we were psychotic scientists.
If we were scientists and German.
Yeah.
Mostly German. I am German, I realize.
More German.
More German.
If the percentage of German in this relationship went up by about 400%.
Yeah.
I need to get a Fate Merlin vibe from the Pendragons stream. I can see that. I have to get his Figma. I like Fate Merlin. But I also have to get the Fate prototype Arthur. And I got to get Arthur and Merlin because those two look really good and I want them. Kyle's reaction to meeting Dr. Apocalypse was great. German scientist, I thought those were banned. Hey. It's not World War II yet.
The science.
The science is science.
The science. My other favorite couple, Apocalypse and Disaster. I legitimately made Dr. Disaster for my friends.
Based on my stuff.
Based on Dr. Apocalypse. And legitimately, when my friends loved it because they never had seen anything like it before. I was blatantly ripping off Mike, though. And then when I told Mike about it, he just looked at me and he goes, "Is that Dr. Apocalypse?" And I go, "Yes, but a woman. And wears mustaches for some reason." And he looked at me and he was just like, "Why?"
Hello, my stupids. Would you like to be welcome to me and the woman I frequently sleep with?
I think you lost it when I said I wanted to make them boyfriend and girlfriend.
Yeah.
I still like when she calls him my Dr. Schnookums.
My Dr. Schnookums! I think that was why.
Yeah.
Because I said my Dr. Schnookums, and you said, "Alright, that's it, they're being boyfriend and girlfriend."
Because you asked me, like, how does Apocalypse get out of it? I'm like, he has a Harley Quinn-style girlfriend that breaks him out all the damn time. But he keeps keeping her safe. He's like, he always makes sure she gets away so she can get him out. She's like, oh, she calls him my Dr. Schnookums. I'm like, yes, she does! How do I get Sam into the recording booth at Terrible Warriors? Spoiler alert.
That didn't happen, but you know.
But it happened. I got my Dr. Schnookums.
You did get your Dr. Schnookums.
Did you get it, babe?
Yeah.
He gave you the death stare, Mike. Oh, my other favorite Disaster. So Team Rocket of Spirit. I like that Philip J. Manley is all on the Doctor ship. I mean, they technically did a version of Dr. Apocalypse My Vita. So is there going to be a Spirit game this year? No, unfortunately not. I wanted to give Spirit a rest this year so I could come back to it fresh with new ideas.
Also because, you know, we watch Tintin now.
And oh my god, am I going to steal shit from Tintin? I'm going to steal those opium dealers so hard!
It's a cabal of opium dealers.
Just look up Opium Cartel.
Hang on. I will look for the picture and I will show them the cabal of opium dealers.
I actually prefer MASH from Fate Grand Order as my preferred wife of the Fate timeline. MASH is great. I see why a lot of people pick MASH. Because she's sweet as all hell. I'm still an OG Saber boy. Which is why I want Lancer Saber. I'd like Saber with boobs. Yes, I am. Something Arcata has yelled about. Yeah, it was funny talking to Ark. It's like, hey, Ark, have you seen the Lancer Saber? Yeah, I hate it. What? Because they just want Saber to have big tits now. And I'm like, and I didn't have the heart to tell them that I really like her.
I'm putting it in streams and clips so that way you guys can see it. You
could just put it in general.
It's the cabal
of opium
dealers.
How much are you going to borrow, Mike? I'm just taking the cabal. I'm doing something entirely different with them. Jesus Christ. Cult of the opium.
It's so funny.
When the fate is that tiny red-haired kid that turns into a brick wall of muscle. Are we talking about Shiro? Thing is, because like I can't keep up with Fate Grand Order anymore to try and get the servants I got. I got Merlin. And I'm happy I got Merlin, but I have no desire to go back in the game because I also want Shiro. I want all the different versions of Lancelot. I want all
Look at the picture. Oh no!
At least we don't look ridiculous, guys. Do you though? Because I want Jordan to
see. You better put Dom in that game if you're doing Tintin.
Pick of the dealers. Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! You're looking forward to it now, aren't you? It's like, oh crap! When's next year? We need to see Mike bring these guys in and have Jordan react to them. It's like, oh, you see their outfits. They're purple. What? And there's only hoods for eyes. Are we like the KKK? Put it on and see what it looks like. I don't want to put it on. Just put it on and see what it looks like. Don't be a baby. Just have Jordan go. No. Oh Oh no. Oh yeah.
Not Tintin. I used to have a bunch of comics in the hardback books.
Any incorporating Black Barrel? No, not yet. I'm not a Gachapon player. I have Magic for my cracker placement. Yeah. Which is why I'm probably going back to making Fate Grand Order physical cards. With Sam's help. Because I like the cards when they don't have numbers or letters on them and just have them as blank cards. But I need her help for that. I think they were talking of the change from Alexander to Iskander. Stuff like where my pulp setting takes more of the legs after Porco Rosso than Tintin. Yeah, I was trying to listen to audiobooks of the original Sam Spade novels, and holy Jesus Christ, are they racist. Like, first 5 seconds, very racist. Just, my God. Stop.
Oh, Cabal.
I love those guys. Guys so much. Still, the best part, I think, was the last episode of Tintin. Where the New York mob is like, he's taken out half our organization. No, he left half of your organization. He left you with half. That was his mercy. Walk away. We gotta take out Tintin. Stop!
That's how you'll lose the other half!
Gotta get rid of this Tintin character once and for all. How hard could it be? People have tried. Should we talk about the bad movie we watched last night?
Do we have to?
I want to talk about it.
You want to talk about it?
Yeah, I want to talk about it. Do you want to talk about
We
it?
have to talk about cats.
Yes, we
I
do.
don't want to talk about cats.
We watched Cats. The Bad Movie Night Collective. Finally watched Cats. Is Fussy Britches and Flynn doing okay? I haven't figured out what they're doing yet because we haven't gotten back to Shadowrun. Tintin had a show? Yeah, Nelvana made it. So Tintin's the 10th Doctor. Why is Cats? More effective than I'm talking about Crime of the Batman. It got to the point we were in stream. Like, we were watching this thing. And Sam got so mad. Because everyone was trying to do that recasting thing that we always do. And she's like, guys, Cats isn't supposed to have a fixed actor cast. This was entirely vanity. And I've never seen her get that pissed before about anything.
So mad.
You were so sick of people trying to justify Cats.
Yeah, and I'm like, no, you can't justify Cats. You just can't.
D1 14.
Okay, I have to go pee now.
Okay. I was giving you my hand to help you up. You alright?
Yes.
I love you.
Love you too.
Also, Tintin is more effective on taking out crime than Batman. Yeah. Calls John Wick. What do you want me to take out? Should be a kid called Tintin. Rolls a pole on a wall. Oh, why would you do that, Mike? Why? No, it doesn't show notice to like Cats is the king in yellow of musicals. You're not wrong. You're really not wrong. We watched it, and just, oh my God. It was so bad. It was so bad we had to have a good movie musical night afterwards. Because I turned around to everyone and I said, look, next week, I'm fucking bringing a funny thing happen on the way to the forum. And the producers, suck it up. We're doing this. And they're like, no. This is a good call. Do you need help? No, I got it. Love funny thing happen on the way to the forum and the producers. I wish, if there was one play I wish I could do, it would be a funny thing happen on the way to the forum. And I would play How screwed is Multiverse if Rava gets out? I know Galarian is screwed. I don't know Galarian lore that well. That's the problem. Pretty bad, though. If what I've read is true. What, no Rent? No. What version is the producers? The movie based on the Matthew Broderick version. Which I like. I know a lot of people don't like it, but I like it. It's basically a movie version of the stage adaptation. People get very like, oh, it's a poo-poo, it's just, it doesn't work. Well, shut the fuck up. Okay, you ass chuggets don't know what you want. You like Hamilton? No, you don't. Apparently people hate Hamilton now for some fucking reason. I don't know why. What am I doing? I am grabbing a polycap called PC. Is Zero Mostel Knight? Technically no. I kind of like what you're doing with Asmodeus. That's actually Sam's doing. Honestly, that was her concept of how he is and his personality. And I'm really glad she brought it to D20 Live. Bleach blonde John Barrowman. Most people see Kit as John Adams. Ugh. I pulled PC4, right? No, I pulled PC5, like a jackass. No, I did pull PC4. PC5's already gone. I have the confidence of a newt. Hey, baby.
The what now?
I said I have the confidence of a newt. What's up? Whoa. Whoa. This isn't time for that. This isn't optimal duo.
What? No Rent?
Why we didn't watch Rent?
Kind of like what you guys are doing with Asmodeus. Thank you! I'm actually basing him off of, Habit from Everyman Hybrid. If you look that up, you can look him up on YouTube, Everyman Hybrid. I really enjoyed Evan's performance of Habit, so I was like, I'm gonna take this, incorporate this into Asmodeus.
Are you done building?
No. I wanted to take a break to just drink, also because my back hurts.
Which reminds me, I should drink some water.
Drank.
Also, 1776 is the bomb. Sit down, John. Any plans to have Scarlet training a bunch of rookies at the time department?
I have another thing with Scarlet coming up soon. I have to wait a little bit. Because,
I actually have a question.
Yes.
Sorry, go ahead.
No. What was your question?
I wait until you're done.
I haven't really figured out what to do for one other thing, because I have another character that's supposed to come up with the time agents. So I have to figure out how to introduce that character as well. But I have another thing that's happening with Scarlet. Scarlet's not going to be training a bunch of rookies. The time agents need another. They need another introduction, like, properly, not necessarily through Maid. Sorry, what was your question?
I can't remember.
Was it about Scarlet?
No.
No?
Something else.
That's why I said you should say your thing.
Well, I forgot.
But that's okay. It's all dust in the wind.
I like Hamilton.
I was talking about how the internet somehow doesn't like Hamilton anymore.
Why doesn't the internet like Hamilton? I like Hamilton.
I know you like Hamilton.
Why is it that whenever I take a while in order to get there, everyone's like, I'm done with it now. And I'm like, But I haven't done the thing. I haven't gotten to like the thing yet. Can I like the thing when everyone else likes the thing? Why do I have to live under the rock?
Or sometimes you get ahead on something and it turned out not to be popular, and then you loved it.
Either I'm like... Okay, there's the two ways about it, right? Whenever it comes to a popular thing, either I'm so far behind... Whoops. I'm either so far behind that it's ridiculous, right? That when I finally get to it, everybody else is really tired of it. Or... I'm so far ahead that when it finally does get popular, people turn to me and go, "Hey, Sam, do you know about this thing?" And I'm like, "Bitch, I've been a fan of this since I was 10. Motherfucker, it's been 13 years! How dare you!"
I'm still mad that I got ahead of Avatar The Last Airbender. Only by virtue... And I could not explain it to everyone that this was going to be good. And that was the last thing I was ahead about.
No, you were ahead of One Punch.
Oh, I was ahead of One Punch. I'm glad I was ahead of One Punch. I wanted to be ahead of Record of Ragnarok.
I know you did, babe. I'm sorry.
But someone decided not to have an animation budget in an anime. Fucking hell.
People can work with obviously evil people. People are less likely to work with a complete dick. No, it's like tears in the rain, Mike. How many of your friends ever saw the Pioneer Laserdisc cut, Rob Hagen? Many. Has it ever been explained how large one of the planes is? Like I've been using the material plane as a guidepost.
They're technically infinite. It's just they overlap and there's ways to cross between them. It's all very wibbly wobbly and made by guys who are really high in the 80s. So.
Backlash of the Heights and its casting choices, Miranda had fallen out of favor because people perceived erasure of Afro-Latinos from it.
What?
I have no idea. Oh, In the Height.
In the Heights, yeah, that's his other musical.
Yeah, that one apparently erased Afro-Latinos.
Why did it erase Afro-Latinos?
I don't know. What of you two have thoughts, opinions about the Has-Been Hotel or Hell of a Boss?
I've seen Has-Been Hotel. On the one hand, it was very affirming for me because you guys know I've been kind of scared about presenting Nauticus as being prosexual for a while, right? And then Has-Been Hotel comes out, I'm like, okay, cool. Nah, fuck it. I held back way too long. Let's go full on. This motherfucker sucks dicks.
Till death do us part.
But
we're already past that phase.
Also that.
This is a brand new start. And I think I deserve some praise for the way that I am.
Despite having overdosed and ending up comatose, I don't give a damn.
Let my emotions go. Fuck being a sober hoe. This is my mantra. This is my life. You're playing me now till the end of the night. Surrounded by fire, the passion ignites. I'm a bit of that heaven, a hell of a high. I'm addicted to the madness. This hotel is my Atlantis. And we're never gonna have the fucking reason to sin. And leave my soul burning, I'm addicted. I'm addicted to the feeling, getting higher than the ceiling. Oh, fuck. I can't remember the rest of this line.
It was basically my inspiration for Mordred and Morgana.
I think that should answer your question. Sam, that is what I've been saying about Cyberpunk 2020 since 2006. I know. They cast light-skinned Latinos who were darker in the OG musical. Has-Been Hotel songs, the alternate summoning method for Tonberry. I'm going to have an Alistair cosplay at some point. I swear it's necessary. Stop calling me out, Rob.
It would be really bad if I went on to Meme Mansion and just started singing Kiss from a Rose to torture them.
Yes.
So I should do it.
My love.
Yes, dear. Don't go on a kiss on a stream and be a shit right out the
Don't be
gate.
a shit right away.
But then I get views.
Lead in with it with Among Us. Jesus.
Just be kind of singing as I get out.
But yeah.
It's Fat Bottom Girls I ruined.
That was the song, yeah. Hey, I'm just glad I get to hear the two of you sing.
I need to get better at singing, though.
The problem is that I'm not warmed up. So I feel bad about singing. I'm very self-conscious about my singing, guys. I don't know why. I know you like me singing.
I love you singing. Oh, we should sing more.
I sing when I'm working, but you don't... You get confused when I do that.
I stopped getting confused. You've been singing while you were working, and I stopped saying anything because the second I pointed out, you get self-conscious.
I do. To get me drunk to sing in front of you two. You can't ruin Queen songs, Mike. It's impossible. He was trying to. At which point I said...
I didn't realize it was a Queen song at the time, though, in my defense.
Drunk D20 live when? Drunk 20 live when?
Well, my plan was to actually do Medieval Times as my birthday and get all the D20 Live team there. We all got shit-faced and recorded it.
One.
Singular sensation with every little
step she takes. Drunk 21. But yeah. I don't get drunk, guys. Just because I have a thing about... I have a thing of just myself getting drunk. I just don't want to do it.
I've also never gotten drunk. And this is how I got out of it in college and university. I said to because I would say to my friends, guys, listen to me. You've never seen me drunk. No, Mike, there was that time. No, guys. You've never seen me drunk. And this was in my 20s when I was a fucking animal. And they looked at me and they said, oh, God. We've never seen you drunk. Yeah. What's going to happen? I don't know. Exactly. I don't either. Do you want to pull the Band-Aid off? No. No, I don't. I'm scared, Mike. I am too! I don't want to meet drunk me. Do you? No. Then let the sleeping demon lie where he sleeps. That is my drunk self.
I didn't want to get drunk because I know that my family doesn't handle getting drunk well. Mike drunk, all French, all outrageous. I'm pretty sure that I'll be a giggly drunk because I'm already a giggly high. So I say that as somebody who just gets contact high as opposed to actually getting high because first off, I'm actually allergic to THC. Second off, I just have to be around somebody else to be high, right? Because they'll smoke and I will just get high off of that. I don't have to actually inhale it. What's on my head?
A foot, you're being stepped on.
Oh, no.
Wow, I didn't know that was that effective. Fuck. 5 years I've been in this relationship.
You didn't realize that you could shut me up by putting something on my head?
Wow.
It's very effective.
Holy shit! It's like a reset button. What the fuck?
You're like, I gotta try this with other things now.
Yeah, what do I got? What do I got? Wow, that works. Holy shit. This changes everything.
Does it? Does it change everything?
And what would Nauticus do if he ends up in a world with an endless zombie pot? He'd leave! He'd be like, this place sucks, bye! He hates zombies. Oh, lovely Uncle Sears is probably going to make a mess. That sounds like that's personal. Mike, drunk, all French, all outrageous. Because it's almost like I grew up near someone who loved musical theater. I don't live in a... When I'm drunk, I do this thing where I still somehow take care of the people who are drunker than me. It's bizarre. I'm just more random when drunk. Has Nauticus ever slept with an entire pantheon? I'm like, not at the same time. No, he'd do it at the same time. I'm trying to... Probably. He's probably tried. Secret Sam technique unlocked. The alcohol got me to sink. Mike strikes me as one of those guys that mellow out when he's drunk. Nauticus has a kink limit. No necrophilia. Also true. Like, he's had... I don't know. That's a hard question.
I feel like...
Has Nauticus fucked a whole thing?
Mike strikes me as one of the guys that mellow out when he's drunk. I don't know, guys. When Mike gets anything hyper or like okay, when
the filter turns off.
When the filter turns off, it gets kind of scary.
Like
right?
It's like
not for me, for him. Right?
You kind of ask the question, can we stop him?
I know I can, right? But it's just one of those things of I don't know if anybody else could.
Yeah. Uh-oh. Oh no. Oh no.
Oh no?
Oh no.
Realized after I typed it, why does he hate zombies?
They don't do anything! They go, no, and that's it. They're no fun.
When Mike is drunk, all the rants will flow. The spice must flow. Does Slanesh need a dry spell?
Slanesh isn't getting it. And, I don't give a fuck what they want. They're not getting the cookie. The cookie's my asshole. Sam.
I'm coming for your asshole. Am I Slanesh now? Damn it.
I'm coming for your asshole, not a kiss. I want to touch you softly. God, I wish I could inject that into the 40k canon for people.
Nauticus has a strict no Slanesh policy.
Very strict.
The Ookie Cookie? What kind of movies does Nauticus like?
Oh, I like all kinds. I love the classic black and white films where it's romantic and there's shenanigans. I love musicals. I hate Nazi films. Which isn't a problem now, but in the 1920s it was. Love Chaplin. Love Jackie Chan. Not a big fan of science fiction, I'll be honest. Love musicals. I miss the old thing where the old musical where they would all dance and do the chorus line and the cha-cha, and it's just not around anymore.
See, nobody asked these questions about Nosferatu.
They can.
Right, because Nosferatu is, I think, just about as old as Nauticus is, and nobody asks Nosferatu these questions. To be fair, everyone else is like, yeah, but we know what she likes. It's chicky nuggies and chocolate milk.
Yeah.
It's chalky milk, chicky nuggy. That's
that was a thing I deliberately did, though. I made Nauticus to have all this texture to him, right? So I could have a bunch of different things.
I know.
You made a meme, and it works.
They were all very much like, no, she likes chalky milk, chicky nuggy. That's it. That's what she is.
That's apex civilization to her. Fuck yeah, Champlin. I'm not even sure that Nauticus is so much since he's still... Hey! You can hate someone, but you still gotta respect their pronouns. Just because someone's a villain doesn't mean you treat them worse than you would treat another human being. Because then you just eventually eventually treat someone you do like the wrong way. You gotta be on top of that shit. Daddy Nauticus is woke.
Nosferatu is 1,000 years old. 2,000 years old.
No, hey. Hey, Nosferatu.
Hey.
You're old.
I am old.
Oh, you're very proud of that.
I am.
Well, that's a leg.
Nosferatu is just an orb of joy to watch.
Foot. Oh.
Yeah, Nosferatu's 2,000 years old. and no one realized this, I think.
No, it breaks my heart, Nosferatu.
What?
No one tangos anymore.
That was boring.
I'm not when you're wearing no pants. It's great.
No, it's all boring.
How is it boring?
You dance around, you make little faces at each other, and then they go, ooh. And then everyone goes, oh, are they sleeping with each other? And then you just look at them and you go, but why? It's so much easier just to bite each other's necks.
Not everyone's into that.
But how else do you eat?
You don't eat your pet.
Oh, I thought this was just elaborate dance to eat people.
Well, no, you eat out maybe, but depends what they're into. What? You never eaten ass?
No.
You're 2,000 years old. How have you not eaten ass?
I'm also the size of a child.
That means you'd get in there real deep.
I don't want it.
You don't want it?
It's bad.
Well, that's a very prudish life that you've chosen for yourself, and I have nothing but pity for you, young lady.
No sexy times. No, lolly. It's like, roly-oly, you only head pat the lolly.
Ravioli head pats for the lolly.
Don't. Nobody.
Nobody
with Nosferatu. Bad idea. So Nauticus and Nosferatu met, and so how do they feel about each other?
I don't think they've canonically met yet.
Canonically, they have not met yet. The Night of the Penetratus, the lost spirit of the Century module. So does Nauticus know how to dance the mamushka?
Technically, yes, but as a survival tactic.
She's still a child regardless, Mike. Yeah, see? Lolicon Nauticus. No.
No.
Oh god, I would watch a slice of life sitcom between Nauticus and Nosferatu. Nauticus, the giant sex machine, and Nosferatu, the little demon gremlin. Ravioli, don't loot the vampire prince slowly.
See, here's the thing. That would just all that would be is just Nauticus coming in drunk at night. and Nosferatu lighting him on fire because he came in late.
You woke me up!
She's like, hang on, I think my roommate's asleep. Nosferatu! Yes, great little bitch! It's 4 a.m., get your ass up, the sun's rising. Oh no, wait, you're allergic. She's got an allergy to melanoma. Alright, sweetie. Go back to bed, Daddy's gonna make some noise. Ricker.
And now I can see Nauticus as the Addams Family. Master Nauticus is vampire lowly prince.
just the meanest roommates to each other. But the house is so nice. Yeah. Nosferatu, you bitch! Get up here!
No!
Did you drink all the milk?
Yes!
You don't drink milk!
It's good! Chucky milk and chicky nuggies!
Can I have at least some of it before you finish it off?
No!
You bottomless harlot!
You're the harlot!
So this speaks volumes when I say it about you in a negative, and doesn't it?
You're the one that goes out. That definition, you are the harlot.
I know, it's great. You should live it up sometime.
No.
Fine.
I'm a fuss.
You're a foos?
I'm a fuss.
Now maybe we can try pronouncing it full words then!
Leave me alone.
You leave me alone!
You are the one who knocks!
I am the man who knocks. But I wanted to know if you were going to be angry today. Apparently, yes.
Yes! You knocked on my door!
It was your coffin, actually.
Leave me alone!
Come on, talk, I'm bored.
Then use one of your boy toys.
They're not here for talking, they're here for lovemaking.
Nosferatu.
Come on, remember the Charleston?
No!
Yeah, you do.
I don't like it!
Oh, you lie. Everyone liked the Charleston.
I didn't!
Why not?
Because it was boring!
Oh, everything's boring to you. Come on, do you remember? Hang on. I'm fucking...
Do you want to know what was really fun?
What?
The Black Plague!
Oh my god.
That was fun!
No, it wasn't!
Yes! So many people died.
That's not fun!
It was lots of fun!
God, you're the worst. Fuck.
We've seen Nauticus in the throes of love. Now we need to see him in absolutely hammered. Has Nauticus been adopted by the Addamses yet?
Not really, no.
Nauticus, did you have forbidden nuggies with blood and dripping sauce on the clean couch, Nosferatu?
Nosferatu, why are you on my couch?
Because there's a couch.
Get off the fucking couch.
No, you sit on it.
No, you don't. You don't sit on the clean couch.
Yes, you do. You sit on every couch.
You don't sit on that couch!
It's clean.
That's why, because no one sits on it.
I can totally see Nauticus going clubbing with Gomez and Fester. Not the clean couch. Like, the only family Nauticus ever gets along with are the Addams. Probably taught Gomez how to fence and flirt. What's Nosferatu's idea of fun? Oh, the plague. Yeah, that makes sense. Nauticus dances on a flagpole in the 1920s seductively.
Nosferatu.
Why?
I'm hungover.
That's not my fault.
Can you help?
No.
Can you just go make me some soup?
No.
You can do it. I believe in you.
Okay, fine.
And it just comes back, there's blood in it.
Where did you get the blood?
Where do you think I got the blood?
Why is there blood in my soup?
Because you asked for soup. This is soup.
I asked for chicken noodle soup.
You didn't ask for chicken noodle. You
Okay,
said
can
soup.
I send it back and get chicken noodle soup?
Fine!
And it's just It's just noodles with water and chicken nuggies.
This is terrible! Who taught you to cook?
Nobody!
God damn
I
it!
ate my mother!
Stop screaming! I have a hangover. God damn it. Like nails on a chalkboard, you hateful little she-hag. Oh, God.
Blood sausage stew, yo. How many clean couches has Nauticus been through?
The important thing is, it's kind of a ship of Theseus thing, actually.
Ship of Theseus.
We ship a Theseus to the kitten couch. What plate am I holding? Oh, C2. Excellent. C2.
Pool after seeing the conversation that nearly devolved into a fight. Never mind, I'll come back later.
Nosferatu.
What?
I need you to just give me some water. No blood in it. Or nuggies.
Okay.
Or chalky milk. I just need a glass of water.
Okay.
Okay.
It's just like...
Just hucks it at him. You're the worst human being in the world. Just drinks it in front of him. She goes, puts it on the tail, he looks at her. You're the worst human being in the world.
I'm not a human being. That's the point.
If I had a gun, I would shoot you twice with it.
And it wouldn't work. I would come back from the dead.
I
Because
know.
I am undead, you motherfucker.
I know, I want you to live to regret it.
I am the knight.
I'm gonna stake you in the middle of the night, you awful hag.
Better or worse than Mama's cooking Nauticus is the couch made from Theseus' shit. Nosferatu probably threatens Anne Rice with a cease and desist for making
up stuff about child vampires.
Yeah.
Nosferatu,
What?
I read Anne Rice. I didn't know your life was so hard.
No, it's not.
You poor thing,
Leave
turned
me
against your
alone.
will by Tom Cruise.
I was not turned against my will and against Tom Cruise. It was just Jesus Christ.
Was it Jesus?
No, it wasn't
Was
Jesus.
it Jesus? Did he look at you with baleful eyes?
No!
Christian baleful eyes?
Stop!
Did you look at him and say, "Oh, save me, Messiah"?
No!
And then you stole the spear of Longinus?
No! It's a gross misrepresentation of my kind.
I bet you did steal the spear of Longinus.
I didn't. It was the Grail.
But you have the Holy Grail.
Somewhere.
Where?
It's in my closet.
Is it still there?
I don't know.
You know, major Christian symbol.
Yeah, there were a bunch of people that raided my tomb for a little while. I was asleep for, I think, about 200 years.
Was one of them named Lancelot of the Lake?
I don't know.
You may have been raided by the Grail Knights, the literal Knights of the Holy Grail.
Maybe.
You know they're still technically looking for it.
Eh.
Eh. You know, a great artifact that brings salvation to all who gaze upon it apparently couldn't save your dumbass.
Less brooding, more nuggies. It was Judas!
Hey, Nosferatu,
What?
I made you chicky nuggies.
Did you?
Yes.
Were they made with holy water?
No. Real oil and real breadcrumbs.
But are they chicky?
Oh, they're chicky enough.
They can't be chicky adjacent.
Oh, I think they can be. I decided to go for a vegan option. Yeah, it's good for you. You need an iron balance in your diet.
I have enough iron balance in my diet.
Then why are you so small?
I hope you guys are enjoying this.
My closet collapsed in 1938. Some guy with a hat and whip was involved. I was still the spear of long kindness, imagining the Ava version.
I'm telling you,
just, I could see Nauticus putting her coffin in a water pool full of holy water. Just this big ass wading pool with an inch of it. She just goes, "Oh, I'm gonna get him." Oh, it's sunset. Sunset.
No!
Oh, it's sunset. Time for me to go out on my date. Bye, sweetie. Have a good one, roomie.
You're the worst.
You're the worst. Oh, we are. This is the sitcom I never knew I needed. So who covers the rent at Nauticus and Nosferatu's place? There's any landlord that asks questions. I feel like they have like this really huge house, right? Between the two of them, but somehow they keep bumping into each other. Because there's like one kitchen, one bathroom, 27 empty rooms for parties. Just Nauticus wakes up in the morning. He's chained to the bed. Tiny locks. Like, I know she did it. I know she did it. I know she did it. I just can't prove it.
I really do think that Nosferatu is like the only character that I've ever made that has like zero sex drive.
It's not a bad thing.
I know it's not a bad thing, right? But it's just one of those things of like, I just realized that this is a thing.
Wait, even Scarlet has a sex drive?
Scarlet has a sex drive, but the thing is that Scarlet...
I figured Scarlet was just her gender identity, her sexual identity was overwhelmed.
It was overwhelmed. No, Scarlet actually, canonically, in the story that we have, that I have with a friend of mine with Scarlet, she is in love with this very sweet boy, who has shadow powers, and...
usual OC stuff.
Usual OC stuff. They're adorable, and I love them, and I can't actually think of her having a boyfriend other than him.
I think that'd be funny if we just ran to Scarlet and was just like, "Scarlet, what are you up to?" "I got a date."
I have a date.
What do you mean you have a date? What the hell are you going on?
She actually, because in canon, she does really fall in love with this guy real hard. He's real sweet. This is outside of D20 live canon, because...
in her original story.
In my original story with her... this is what happens with her. And they're real sweet, and they're adorable. And they have, 4 kids. And all of them have, 4 kids. There's a lot of children in this. Each one of them either getting the shadow powers or the time powers afterwards. And only one kid has both. And he gets his own story, but Because
Is my baby letting her ship trash?
I love Scarlet Woodsman. If you guys ever find my DeviantArt, you'll see. It's Scarlet and Woodsman, and they're adorable, and I love them. That being said, don't go looking for my DeviantArt. You'll find it real fast, but just don't look hard.
Nosferatu,
What?
I found something very interesting the other day.
What?
Well, you see, I was going through your closet trying to find the Holy Grail.
Why do you have to go through my closet?
You said go look.
I didn't say go look. I just said it probably
I found
is
this
in there.
piece of parchment.
Uh-huh.
Of parchment paper from, I think, the Middle Ages.
Uh-huh.
Nosferatu,
What?
did you write erotic fan fiction about Pontius Pilate and Jesus?
Yes. Because it was sacrilegious.
I don't know. I think you liked it.
No, I don't.
I bet you did.
I just wanted to piss off the church.
Did it work?
Yes.
You're the worst. You are literally no fun at all.
You keep saying that, but
you're
I
not.
am tons of fun.
Oh, yeah?
Yes.
Are there tons of bodies?
Yes.
That's not fun.
That's tons of fun.
For you. You're the worst.
You're the worst.
You're the worst! Wish I had cheaper taste so I didn't have to have you as a roommate.
And this is how they live in our heads from now on.
Yeah.
To be honest, it kind of reminds me of the young ones in bottom. Puff, we think it's because it's funny. Cross-pattern toilet paper for the great insult. I'm leaving for spring break in Sigil, so you get to stay with Uncle Strahd. Nosferatu is nuggy sexual. A house that big with only one bathroom. I'm still kind of stuck wondering on what Nautica's hanging with the Adams. Like, picture Nautica's babysitting a child Gomez and Fester. Makes too much sense. Well, I think you would get... I think that being part damned, that holy water would have an effect on me. I have to get waterlogged in order to be mild buzz from it. I request more Scarlet in D20 Live, please. Even as cameos. I will put more Scarlet in. Don't worry. She will come in. There will be more. What does Nauticus do in his spare time besides,
Mostly that.
Does Nosferatu have a hobby as well? Yes.
It's murder.
It's murder. The answer is murder.
Nauticus isn't managing the Penetras or putting on elaborate stage productions about his life. Or filming summer fun romps. He's mostly out there getting laid.
Nauticus is crossed embroidered insides her clothes because the house was built before bathrooms were invented. Now I can see Nauticus, Tony, and Nosferatu having tea together. In the house, there are multiple doors that lead only to bathrooms. But yeah, there will be more Scarlet, eventually. I have to get more games in, that's the problem. Because I don't wanna overload too many of my games with the same NPCs. Mostly because I am grateful that Mike is allowing me to put Scarlet in here. Because I wouldn't be able to get her otherwise. But at the same time, I don't want to overload my games with NPCs that are just purely mine. And that nobody else can deal with. Like, because no offense to everyone else, but I don't really trust anybody else with Scarlet, so I can't put Scarlet in other things where other people can use her yet. I'm just very... It's one of those things of I had to deal with that kind of issue before. So eventually there will be more Scarlet. She's there. She has a friend who's coming.
Nauticus does the laundry for her. It's all holy water.
Holy water inside the radiators. Hot, holy steam heat. Puts a new meaning to the uncomfortably warm. Fair. There was a door to backyard somewhere, but it somehow was moved to the attic.
Nosferatu.
Yes.
I made you soup.
Is it soup or
Yeah.
is it holy water?
I can't lie. A portion of the components may have been holy water.
And then I'm not eating it.
It's good for you.
No.
Get the devil out of you.
No. Satan likes to live here, and you can fuck off.
Now don't pout. I made you soup.
No.
Have the soup, you little shit.
No.
This is more fun than I thought it would be.
Sorry, I used that quote.
Which quote?
Satan likes to live here.
Oh, that's fine. Oh, better when you use it.
Well, because it's in context of
Something.
Nosferatu.
Yeah. And, funny. Yeah, you little shit.
Oh, are the long games going to be part of the wider canon, or are they just going to be there on their own thing?
They're part of the water cannon.
They're part of the wider canon. The only thing that is not part of the wider canon is the Captain Planet game.
Yeah. Tribe very much ties into the canon. And you'll see why.
Right? Because all y'all know that that V is definitely Nauticus's child. Right, that is canon. She is legitimately his kid.
Cassie's reaction is still the best thing to that. It was just, am I safe, guys? You're in the best hands. The best hands. You're going to have a great night.
Nosferatu, I need you to go with me to Hollywood. Nosferatu.
Why?
Nauticus, Seth Rogen has optioned my biography script. This should outdo.
I take payment in nuggies and Chucky milk.
Look, I'll get you on a plane, you little shit. Just get over there.
I require Chucky milk and chicken nuggies.
Oh my god, we'll stop by one on fucking on the 7-Eleven on the way there.
Did Nauticus find the age of piracy?
Yeah.
Or how did he find the age of piracy?
I loved it. God, I was so upset when it was gone. It's fun. All a bunch of men stuck on a boat together. And I, a man who grew up on Norse Viking ships. Like I'd gone home. It's great. My knee is killing me.
He bakes cookies with Holy Scripture icing. Where have the previous iterations of the Penetratus before the train?
Ooh! Well, okay. There's the original, which technically had a Norse name, which I don't know enough of the old Norse language to say what it would have been. But the original Penetratus was the boat that he got from his dad. Well, he would have bought. And he would have called it a Nordic penetration style thing, which gave his dad more gray hair. Like a lot. I just gave his dad a lot of gray hair. It's like, would my son please stop seducing my crew? No, father, I like having my hair long and seducing the menfolk. Oh, she's so pretty. It's my son! Stop trying to fuck my son! It was a common phrase around the household. And he tried to go on a mighty voyage, but he didn't raid anything when he went there. He just made friends. And his dad also got mad.
I'm feeling vulnerable intensifies.
And Nauticus has pretty much been boat exclusive up until the recent era of the industrial era when he got a train. Technically speaking, he actually does own a boat now. In the current age, he just has never gone back to it in adventures, but he does have one, and explains why. To explain why he's able to get that damn train onto different continents.
Speaking of OCs, I'm gonna swap out Mordenkainen with my old grumpy wizard in Curse of Strahd. I can just see Nauticus singing along to Cabin Fever when born. Has Nauticus met the Norse pantheon? Also, I can see him getting on with Baron Samadi.
Yeah, he's met them. He has met them properly because the Norse pantheon is a major foothold in Planescape.
Supersonic racing. Stop making love to my son.
Stop making love to my son. He's very good.
That's not the point.
Point something on my son. You're all Nordic sailors, and you said you were all straight. He says it doesn't count when it's him.
What happens when the boat stays on the boat?
Father, I've got a new outfit. Is it a dress? No. Is it a dress, son? Let's see. Look very lovely. Thank you. Please stop sleeping with my crew. Because in spite of everything, Nauticus' dad loved him to bits. But there were challenges in their relationship.
Considering his father was an upstanding Christian historically, why is the house Nauticus and Nosferatu rendering so confusingly spatial and temporary? If it got stabbed with a stand arrow, Nosferatu threw into her closet with the Holy Grail. So Nauticus was the pansexual Viking version of Iskander.
Basically.
His grandfather, on the other hand, was a piece of work. Nauticus, if not gay. It's not gay if I'm wearing socks.
It's okay if I'm wearing socks, Dad. That's not true at all, son.
So does Nauticus just build his own tracks when he puts the train somewhere, or did they just randomly appear whenever the train is?
No one asks those questions. The tracks are wherever he needs them.
He only got annoyed when it was his crew. Other crews have fun.
Yeah.
It's like, they are working, son.
Son, my crew is working. They can't be distracted. I've helped morale. Is that okay, Dad? I helped the morale. No one got depressed on the last ship voyage. It's because you were sucking all their dicks! Well, you didn't bring any women with you, so I couldn't go. That's not the point!
Has Alucard met abridged has Nauticus met abridged Alucard, and how much did the tapes of the encounter cost of the red light market and sigil?
I'm not comfortable grabbing Team 4 Stars canon characters without their consent. I will be honest about that, because I respect them. It's different when it's like a major canon thing owned by like a company and a corporation and shit, but it's their versions. So I hesitate to say that they've met. Not out of nothing short of respect.
It is 4:53.
But I'm not on my leg!
I see, Mike. I was wondering if it was the Denliner situation.
Not quite. It's just more... It just kind of happens like that. Oh my god.
Okay.
Oh, I gotta straighten my legs. Oh, you built the chest completely.
Not really.
No?
Kind of, but not really.
Oh. Well, I got a whole leg done. Change. Oh. Yeah. The thing that's going to take the most time is painting the entire back plates gold. And then painting them in white, because I don't think I should sticker them.
Okay, I'm gonna leave this for next time then.
Yeah. Sci-fi would be more Methuselah's thing. Yeah. Would Nauticus win a fight with Methuselah? That's not a question we're going to answer. That is a major canon setup thing. Just let us one full of holy wafers. He shoots at Nosferatu. What is happening on the floor above? I can hear it from here. The landlady has heavy footfalls.
Yeah.
And that's all there is to that.
She's very loud.
She's very loud. She just goes... Looks like she's got fucking goat hooves. That is a really cool looking fucking foot, though. Fuck, that looks really fucking cool. I'm really happy I got this. This looks so nice.
That is totally fair. Yeah, but if you want to ask me on the Discord of what kind of powers Scarlet has, just message me. Because there's a lot. I have a whole thing.
Because, okay, I'll spoil one thing about the Nauticus Methuselah fight. Nauticus is convinced... Nauticus doesn't want to know which of them will fight, because in spite of everything, he still does love his brother very much.
I'm just really excited that somebody's finally, like, excited for Scarlet. They're like, yeah, more Scarlet! And I'm like, yes, my baby!
Feel good?
Yeah.
But yeah, they fundamentally... He fundamentally does not want to fight his brother. Because he does. It's not about who would win. It means one of them would lose. And he doesn't want to lose his brother. Methuselah has slightly less compunctions about that, but more of a then don't get in my fucking way kind of way. If you know Shadow of the Century,
you can guess how that fight goes down. And yes, I have amended the continuity. At some point in the future, I will do a Shadow of the Century game showing what happened to Nauticus after that event that did what it does to Methuselah. Wow,
Once COVID blows over, I'm thinking of going to my FLGS and picking up a model kit for the Ingram Mark 1 from Patlabor. I'm told that the Patlabor kits are for pre-painted snap-togethers, but seeing as I have no experience with bottling, that's fine with me.
That sounds cool. But yeah, Nauticus specifically does not want to fight his brother. And he has been trying for many years to be like, just stop doing these things. Please, I do not want this to end in us killing each other. Then don't get in my way. Yeah, but you're kind of doing some evil shit.
Can you not do the evil thing?
Could you not do this? Please. And that's what the thing they keep arguing about. Where it's like, why would you... Methuselah's all, why would you not try to seize your own destiny and become this greater thing?
I'm turning it back to this so that way...
Oh, okay.
Because we're pretty much done.
Well, I do love hearing about characters. Which explains why Nauticus avoided him the first time. Also, it's labor like hard labor. How big a threat is Vecna? On the one hand, don't fuck with Vecna. On the other hand, Vecna's not actively... You'll see. It's complicated. There's not a lot of people quite in the strata that Vecna's in.
Have you tried not being evil?
Have you tried fucking... I'm not evil. I'm seeking godhood. That's what an evil person says! Stop it! Stop being a shit for 5 seconds, man. Come on. Let's have Christmas dinner. You're my family. Yes, it is heartbreaking for Nauticus that he and his brother are on the opposite side of things.
You know, all of his siblings.
Yeah. Well, because Methuselah is his actual full brother, right?
Yes, I know. It's just all the other kids who are, you know...
Children of
Baba Yaga.
Yeah, Nauticus is the nicest one that came out. By a wide flipping margin.
Fair.
Yeah, he just does not want to hurt his brother. But, if you know, like I said, if you know Shadow of the Century lore, they are destined, unfortunately, to confront each other. Because Methuselah wants what he wants. I forgot to put the stickers away. Not that I'm using them that much, but still.
I got the 2 sprues. To be fair, each of those sprues only had like 5 pieces on it.
I cleared a sprue, actually.
Alright, it is 5 o'clock.
Yeah.
Why'd you put it on the table?
I don't know. I'm gonna sit down now.
You're gonna sit down now?
I'm already sitting down.
Wait, if I'm interpreting this right, Nauticus was born the first day of the AD calendar.
No, he's born on 1000 AD. He's a millennial spirit. So he was born on 1000 AD.
Or CE. Alright. We're gonna head off. Just a reminder to everybody, there is no optimal duo stream this week.
Unless I get approved to...
Unless Mike gets approved to do it on Monday.
Yeah.
There won't be one for me on Thursday. Because I will be celebrating my mom's birthday with my mom. Like, what does one say after divinity? Okay, like, technically with his look, become easily Grandma God with it being an evil dick. I imagine he doesn't have the same traveling capabilities. Like, what does one do after attaining divinity?
Well, yeah, it's a sort of a point of contention between the two of them because Nauticus has access to the multiverse on a level Methuselah doesn't. And Methuselah has frequently said, why don't you just let me come with you? He says, tell me you're not doing it to become a god.
So, anyway, we'll see you guys.
I keep talking about these guys, though.
We'll see you guys back whenever we can.
Well, there's going to be a new episode of L5R.
Yes, there is another episode.
This Saturday.
This Saturday coming public.
Yeah.
It's already public for all of
Patrons.
those who are in Patreon.
$5 tier and up.
Yep. So if you guys are worried about that, next week is for L5R. And then I'm actually going to start doing things I'm going to start doing things differently on the first day of the month. On the first day of the month, I will be posting up a schedule for what's happening for the rest of the month, so that way everybody knows what's going on.
And that'll be pinned to the top of all D20 Live socials.
Yeah, that'll be pinned to all the D20 Live socials for the month, so that way you guys don't have to worry about it, and you guys can just look back to it. That way, just in case I mess up on any of the socials, like I did this week for Craft Check, then you guys will be caught up and you don't have to worry about it. But yeah.
L5R is back. We filmed the first 3 episodes, I think.
Yeah, and then if not, we'll see you guys next week for the Optimal Duo on next Monday. Not this Monday, next Monday.
Yeah.
All right. Anyway.
Bye.
Bye.